All right, I'm back with another video. This video, we will do the Selangor state paper. Okay, this is a maths paper, right? Maths paper, and it's the Selangor 2024 trial paper. Oh, and this one is set one, Selangor set one, and this is paper one. Hey, why I write two? Okay, paper one. Okay, so let's start. Okay, number one. Diagram one shows a cylinder. The height of cylinder is 21 cm. So they already label for me the height, the tinggi lah. Given that the volume of cylinder is 12936, so this is important. Volume is 12936. Okay, what is the volume of cylinder formula? Pi r square h. Okay, this is the formula. Or in bahasa Melayu is pi j kuasa 2t lah. Okay, it's the same thing. R is the radius, jari. H is the height, tinggi. And you already know the tinggi is 21, right? So why not you put it in 12936. This one is pi r square h. Okay, they got say use pi equals 22/7. So it'll be 22/7 times r square times h, right? And the h is given 21. And the r, they never give me. So I think the r I can find it lah. Just even though I don't have the R, I have the volume answer, so I can pina cari R lah. But actually, I haven't read what the question want me to find, so I should read it first. Calculate the length of circumference of the base of cylinder. Okay, what they want you to find is not the R, not the radius. What they want you to find is the circumference. What is circumference? It means this, the red color line. This red color line, we call it circumference, right? But in order to find this circumference, you need the radius first. Because the circumference formula is 2 pi r ataupun 2 pi j. So yeah, you still have to do this first, right, to get the radius. Okay, so what I will do now is I will buat yang ni dulu lah. Alright, I will take 22/7 times 21 first. So this one can potong, divide 7 is 3. 3 times 22 is 66 times r square equals 12936. So r square equals to 12936 divide 66. Use your calculator. Okay, let me press 196. And now you can pindah the square. Square pindah jadi square root kan? Okay, or punca kuasa. Alright, so when you punca kuasa 196, you get 14. Alright, 14 cm. And also radius, the other negative number one. So you will take the positive answer, which is 14 cm. Okay, I already tell you this is not the answer, because this is just the radius. What they want now is the circumference. Dalam bahasa Melayu, lilitan. Lilitan tu apa? Lilitan is the circle, the side punya panjang. This circle side punya panjang, that is lilitan. And the formula to find to find the panjang lilitan is panjang circumference is 2 pi r. And the pi they already said use 22/7, right? So masukkan 22/7, and then the radius you just find it just now 14, right? It means if you don't find your radius first, you cannot do this one, right? So you have to find the radius first. Okay, if you tekan this, you straight away get the answer. Okay, I can potong here. Bahagi 7, 1 bahagi 7, 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 22 is 88. So the answer is A. All right. Yeah, and it's in cm lah. Everything is in cm here, right? So the answer will come out in cm also, right? Okay, that's all. So number 1A. Okay, let's do number 2 now. Number 2, for some reason, the English version is missing. So tak apalah, I just teach using bahasa Melayu. Okay, Majlis Bandaraya Diraja Klang bercadang untuk membina sebuah dewan orang ramai. Okay, tak ada information sini. Kontraktor yang dilantik menggunakan jubin berbentuk segi empat sama dengan panjang sisi 60 cm bagi menutup ruang lantai dalam dewan utama. Okay, ini yang penting. So dia ada cakap pasal nak guna jubin berbentuk segi empat sama. Segi empat sama is square. So let me draw a square. So the square punya size macam mana? Panjang sisi 60 cm. So sini 60 cm, sini pun 60 cm. Right? And dia nak guna jubin ni untuk menutup ruang lantai dalam dewan utama. And then dia kata setelah membuat pengiraan, kontraktor menyatakan bahawa mereka memerlukan 2160 keping jubin. So hitung luas dalam meter square lantai dewan utama yang akan ditutupi dengan jubin. Okay, kalau saya nak cari luas lantai, saya kena ambil luas satu jubin ni darab dengan 2160. So macam mana nak cari luas jubin? 60 darab 60. Alright? When you want to find the area of square, that's how you do it. Just take the base times height, that's all. And then times with 2160. Because they said the lantai, you have to cover with this square, you have to cover with 2160 pieces. So if you tekan all this, then you will get the total surface area of the lantai. Lepas you tekan ni, you dapatlah luas lantai. So tekan dulu, see what you get. 60 times 60 times 2160. Okay, my calculator give me 777. 6 and then 0, 0, 0. So this is the luas lantai, area of the lantai. Tapi ini unit dia dalam apa? 60 is in cm, 60 is in cm. So when you darab macam ni, you get in cm square. Right? Tapi kalau you tengok soalan dia kata hitung luas dalam meter square, it means you have to convert cm square to meter square. Okay, a lot of students will do like that. They will take this one, divide 100. Okay, wrong. Wrong. This is important. So if I give you 1 meter, can you tell me 1 meter is equivalent to how many cm? 100. Okay, 1 meter, 100 cm. 1 meter square, how many cm square? Okay, if you tell me 100 is wrong. Okay, if you tell me 100 is wrong, the correct answer is 10000. It should be 10,000 here, right? So meter convert to cm times 100, but meter square convert to cm square, you have to times 10,000. If you ask me why, I will explain it like this. Because the 1 meter square is actually 1 meter times 1 meter. Do you agree? That's why you get 1 meter square, right? Because if you take 1 meter times 1 meter, 1 times 1 is 1 meter times meter, meter square, right? And you already know 1 meter is 100 cm. That's why you will get 100 cm times 100 cm. That is why you get 10,000 cm square, right? So that's the meaning. Okay, understand? So I repeat one more time. 1 meter is 100 cm, but 1 meter square is not 100 cm square, it's 10,000. Because 1 meter square is 1 meter times 1 meter, which gives you 100 times 100, which gives you 10,000. Okay, so can you tell me, if I want to convert cm square to meter square, it means I have to divide 10,000, right? So what I have to do now? Take this value, divide 10,000. 7776,000 bahagi 10,000. And when you do that, you will get in meter square, right? Okay, so when you divide 10,000, what you're doing is like you just move the decimal ke kiri 4 kali lah. So you get 777.6, right? 777.6 meter square. Okay, or you want to use your calculator, tekan also can. You tekan ini bahagi ini, it will give you the same answer, right? Okay, so A, B, C, D, which one is equals to 777.6 cm square? The answer is A, right? Okay, let me tell you the answer here, A, B, C, D, dia tulis dalam standard form, bentuk piawai. This form, we call it bentuk piawai standard form. So if it's in standard form, we can convert back to the normal form lah. How to do it is, if they say times 10 power positive 2, it means you take your decimal, you move to the right. Okay, you gerak ke kanan. Tapi gerak berapa kali? Kalau power positive tu gerak kanan 2 kali. So you get 777.6. Which is the same as my answer I get here. That is why I said A is the answer. B cannot, because if you times 10 power 3, you gerak kanan 3 kali, you dapat 7776. So sudah lain. And D also wrong, C also wrong. Right? So number 2 is A. Okay? Alright, hope you understand. Let's continue. Okay, number 3, express this whole thing as a single fraction in simplest form. So what you have to do is you will factorize. Okay, kalau boleh factorize, yeah, factorize. And then kalau boleh potong, you potong. Okay, that's what it means by simplest form, right? You simplify. Okay, I can see that the first thing, ST plus TU, ini boleh factorize. But you have to factorize completely. So ST and TU, they both can divide by T, right? So yeah, these two terms, they both can divide T. So you can factorize out the T and you're left with S plus U. Because when you take the first term, divide T, you get S, and then TU divide T, you get U. Okay, what about the 4T square minus 1? All right, you have to remember this. If I give you A square minus B square, you boleh tukar jadi A minus B, A plus B. All right, this is the factorization identity. So what you can do is you can jadikan 4, jadikan 2 square, and then 1 jadikan 1 square. The T no need already because the T sudah ada square, right? And kenapa saya buat macam tu? Sebab saya tahu 2 square, T square minus 1 square, we can write it, kita boleh tulis dia macam ni. Kita boleh tulis dia 2 bracket T square minus 1 square macam ni. Okay, because the 2 and T, they both have square, right? So we can write it like this, right? Just write 2T bracket square. And kenapa saya tulis macam ni? Sebab saya nak apply the factorization identity. Remember, when you have A square minus B square, dia mesti minus. And then you boleh buka dua bracket, A minus B, A plus B, right? But this time, for now, your A will be 2T and your B will be 1. So what happens here is you open 2 bracket and you will become 2T minus 1, 2T plus 1. Okay, understand, right? It's the same as what I write here. It's just that the AB now tukar jadi 2T dengan 1. So just write like that. Okay, this one is divide. So divide sebenarnya boleh tukar jadi darab tau. But when you tukar jadi darab, this whole thing terbalik. Yeah, this whole thing flip upside down. So the S square minus U square now duduk bawah dah. And then yang atas jadi ini 4t square minus 4t plus 1. But wait, I can factorize this, right? S square minus U square. How to factorize this? Use the same formula again. Alright, use the same formula again. Do you remember I told you A square minus B square? You can open two bracket A minus B, A plus B. So S square minus U square can do that also lah. But it becomes S minus U, S plus U. Right? Okay, what about yang atas ni? Macam mana nak factorize? Okay, this type of factorize you will use you can use calculator because it's 4t square minus 4t plus 1. So this type of factorization where it has three terms, you will use your calculator to tekan the ABC inside your calculator and you solve for t first. Right? And then baru you tulis balik the bracket punya lah. Okay, let me press now. The A tekan 4, the B tekan -4, the C tekan 1. So if you tekan correctly, your calculator will give you 1/2. Okay, 1/2. So it means they give you satu jawapan saja lah. Okay, 1/2. And if they give you one answer means it means two equal roots. Okay, so even though they give you one answer, you have to write two times and repeat the same thing one more time. Okay. So remember, kalau you dapat satu jawapan, kena tulis dua kali. Tapi two equal roots lah, sebab dua jawapan yang sama. And then don't forget to write the bracket. So what you have to write inside the bracket, you have to pindah in reverse. So the two you have to hantar balik. So pindah in reverse. So it becomes 2 times t, 2t, and then plus 1 pindah balik jadi -1. And this will be the same. Okay, because the answer here same. So automatic is same. It means the 4t square minus 4t plus 1, you can write it as 2t minus 1, 2t minus 1. Right? So I can erase this and write 2t minus 1, 2t minus 1, ataupun 2t minus 1 square lah. You want to write like that also can, right? Okay lah, but I think it will be better if I write like this. Okay? Actually it's the same lah, whatever. Okay, sekarang kita boleh ambil fraction darab fraction. When we take fraction darab fraction, we have to take atas darab atas, bawah darab bawah, right? But then when you take atas darab darab bawah, atas dengan bawah boleh potong. So after you take atas darab bawah, can you see that atas bawah ada benda sama boleh potong. So you can see that this S plus U will end up atas later after you darab. And you can potong with this S plus U because the S plus U duduk dekat bawah sini. Right? So this one can potong. Okay, mana lagi yang atas bawah sama? You can see 2t minus 1 also. 2t minus 1 can potong also. Right? So you left with t bracket 2t minus 1 over 2t plus 1, right? Okay, this one, should we expand or don't expand? Okay, actually you don't have to do anything already because you saw the, wait, I leave out something here. Yeah, the 2t plus 1, this one also have to write, right? I forgot, yeah. Okay, so if you look at this answer, it's already have this answer in ABCD. The answer is A, right? You can see it looks exactly the same with A, right? So it means you don't have to do anything, and like just stop here lah. Just siap already, right? Tak payah expand, tak payah kembang. So remember, you are doing paper 1 question. Paper 1, they don't look at the working. All right. So always look at the answer while you are doing it. Right. Always look at the answer while you are doing it because sometimes you might already get the, like because it's paper 1. Okay. Paper 1 you ada pilihan jawapan. So you kena apa? You sebenarnya boleh tengok jawapan waktu you buat tu, you boleh apa? Look at the answer when bila you buat. Right. Okay. So that's the answer lah. Okay. Sudah siap? Okay, number 3. Jadual 1 menunjukkan kos tenaga elektrik bagi setiap kilowatt jam. So this is the table to calculate kos tenaga. Okay, hitung kos yang perlu dibayar oleh Encik Fahmi jika penggunaan tenaga elektrik beliau pada bulan April ialah 304 kilowatt jam. Okay, so apa cara untuk kira bil elektrik? Okay, first of all kita kena faham dulu apa table ni. So dia kata ini untuk apa jumlah kilowatt jam. So if you use 1 to 200 kilowatt jam, you have to pay this amount. For every price per kilowatt jam, harga per kilowatt is this one lah. But if you more than that, then is this then the rate is like this. Lebih lagi macam tu, right? So if you look at the 304, the 304 is obviously sudah over the 200. Yeah, okay. So that means dia mesti kena bayar 0.208 darab dengan 200. Okay? Yeah, the first 200, this is the rate, right? Okay, but the next, here is 100. From here to here is 100, right? So you have to, this one times 100 cukup lah. Sebab your kilowatt now is 304, right? So you minus 200, you end up with 104, right? And the next 100 here, it says from 200 to 300, the next 100, the rate is 0.334. Okay, so that's why you have to times with 100. And then when you minus 100, you left with 4, right? So the extra 4, you darab dengan ini. Alright, so now you tekan, and then tambah semua. Okay, you tambah semua. So I will just use my calculator and then just tekan lah. Okay, 0.218 times 200 plus 0.334 times 100 plus 0.516 times 4. Okay, if you got tekan sama-sama, you will get 79.064. Right? So the answer is obviously D. Okay, so number 4 is, okay, so this is how you calculate the electricity bill. Okay. Okay, number 5. Antara berikut yang manakah merupakan satu jujukan? Which of the following is a sequence? Okay, if I don't know the meaning of sequence, I cannot do this question. Betul tak? Kalau you tak faham maksud jujukan, you tak tahu maksud sequence, memang you tak dapat buat soalan ni. So let's talk about what is sequence. Okay, you learn sequence in Form 2 kalau tak silap saya. Form 2, but I don't remember which chapter. I think it's chapter 1. Form 2 chapter 1 kalau tak silap. Yeah, Form 2 chapter 1 you learn about pattern and sequence, right? Okay, tak apa, saya explain sekali lagi. Sequence is a set of numbers. Okay, it's a set of numbers. It's a set of numbers arranged according to a pattern. Okay, so sekali lagi, what is sequence? What is jujukan? It's a set of numbers arranged according to a pattern. Okay, let me give you some example. Alright, to make sure you really understand, I will give you one example. So the pattern can be +2, it can be -5, it can be ×3, it can be divide 7, whatever. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say I give you 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, and so on. So you can see this is a sequence. Why? Because this is a set of numbers arranged according to a pattern. And what's the pattern? +4, +4, +4, +4. So this is a sequence, and the pattern of the sequence is +4. The pattern is +4. But it's not always +1. It can be minus, right? But if it's -5, then all the way have to -5. If it's ×3, all the way have to ×3. Dia tak boleh +1 and then +2 and then +3 and then +4 and then +5, tak boleh. Kalau dia punya pattern +4, it means all the way kena sama +4. Dia tak boleh, oh satu sini +4, satu sini +7, satu sini +3. Kalau macam tu means bukan sequence. Because the pattern is not same already. The pattern have to be same all the way for all the numbers, right? So now let's look at A, B, C, D and see which one is sequence. So -9 jadi -18. So the number is getting smaller and then suddenly getting bigger and then getting bigger and then getting smaller. Okay, I don't think this is sequence. Yeah, because yeah, no. Okay, what about B? 4 how to become 7 +3, but this one +5, this one +6, this one +1. So every, like, the pattern is not consistent. So this is not sequence also. All right, and I don't think if you times also you won't get this, right? Okay, what about this? 5 become 1.5. Okay, kalau -5 kena minus berapa dapat 1.5? You can press 1.5 minus 5. So you take 1.5 minus 5, you get -3.5. Okay, yeah. It means from 5 to 1.5, I have to minus 3.5. Tapi kalau you tekan 1.5 minus 3.5, dapat tak 0.45? Tak dapat kan? Yeah, tak dapat. Because if you minus, you get like, yeah, you don't get 0.45. So that means the pattern is not minus, right? But actually the answer is C. You know why? Because 5 jadi 1.5, it can minus, right? But it can also divide, right? Okay, divide berapa? 5 divide berapa dapat 1.5? You can just tekan 1.5 divide 5, right? So just tekan 1.5 divide 5 and your calculator will give you 0.3, right? That means from here to here, I have to times 0.3, right? And if you try to tekan 1.5 times 0.3, you will really get the next number. Yeah, I just try with my calculator. 1.5 times 0.3, 0.15. Sorry, 1.5, right? 1.5 times 0.3. So yeah lah, 0.45. And if you times 0.3 again, you will get 0.135, which is the next number. And if you do it again, you will get this also. So yeah, C is a sequence. Okay, C is the answer because yeah, C is the sequence, and the pattern of this sequence is times 0.3. Okay, times 0.3, right? D is not sequence lah. Yeah, because this one -5, minus 5, minus 6, minus 4, no lah. And also kalau divide also cannot. Bahagi pun tak boleh. Right? This one also tak boleh, this one also tak boleh. So C is the answer. Right? Okay, so hope you understand. Let's continue. Okay, next question number 6. They want us to simplify this. Okay, this one is indices soalan. Okay, sebab dia ada power macam tu, right? So I will tell you what you need to know for indices first. First thing first, you need to know if I give you a power m times a power n, the power we can plus. Okay, if same base darab, power boleh tambah. What if it's same base divide a power m divide a power n, then it becomes a power m minus n, right? Next one, if I give you a power m power n, the power like this, power side by side, then the power you need to times, right? If it's this case. Next one, if I give you a power negative m, it can become 1 over a power m. It means if the power is negative, you can letak bawah. Bila letak bawah, power kena tukar tanda. You have to change sign lah. So power negative jadi power positive, right? Okay, apa lagi yang saya nak cakap? I think that's all lah. Yeah, for mathematics, you know this 4 basic is good enough already. Okay, but actually there's a few more. But I think for this question, if you if you know this 4 is like you can solve most of the question already. Okay, so make sure you know all this. If you don't know this, memang tak jadi one, you cannot do this question. Okay, first of all, let me ask you this. This bracket power 3 means it means siapa yang kena power 3. It means everything inside the bracket lah. So the p power 3 here have to power 3. The q power negative 2 also have to power 3. So it becomes p power 3 power 3. But you don't tell me p power 6. No. It's p power 9. Because p power 3 means it means the power need to times. It's like this, p power 3 power 3. And I told you already here, the power if side by side like this have to times. That's why it's p power 9, not p power 6. Okay, next one, q power negative 2 power 3. It will be q power negative 2, the power side by side have to times. If you tekan 2 times 3, you get 6, okay, but negative lah. Okay, and don't forget I have to over what? Over 4pq, right? And then times with 12p power 2 q power 3. Okay, now I will take this whole thing darab dengan atas. Okay, darab atas. Okay, darab atas saja. When you take anything times fraction, you only darab atas. So the 4pq, nothing will happen to it. But this 12, you darab atas. So 12 number hanya boleh darab dengan number. P darab dengan P, Q darab dengan Q. Right? Only when same base, they can darab bahagi. Only sama base boleh buat dengan yang sama base saja yang boleh buat sekali. Right? So the 12 nothing will happen to the 12, right? But the p power 2 you can times with p power 9 and you will apply this, right? So p power 2 times p power 9 becomes p power 2 plus 9, which is p power 11, right? And then what about the q power 3? Q buat dengan q lah. Right? Q dengan q, same base baru boleh. So what is q power 3 times q power negative 6? Apply this thing again. Q power 3 times q power negative 6 becomes q power 3 plus negative 6, which is q power 3 minus 6, which is negative 3. Okay. Alright, sampai sini saya boleh ambil atas bahagi bawah. Same concept. Nombor hanya boleh bahagi dengan nombor, P hanya boleh buat dengan P, Q hanya boleh buat dengan Q. So nombor buat dengan nombor, 12 bahagi 4 dapat 3. Right? Okay, what about P power 11 divide P? Okay, nothing here means power 1, power 1. So P power 11 divide P power 1, we can apply this. So P power 11 divide P power 1, jadi P power 11 minus 1. Sebab same base bahagi power kena minus. So dia jadi P power 10. So A, B, C, D yang mana confirm salah? B dengan D confirm salah lah. Sebab B dengan D dia punya P power 10 duduk bawah. And kalau dia duduk bawah means when you naik atas dia jadi P power negative 10. Tapi saya punya P power 10 memang duduk atas. So B dengan D salah. Okay, last one. Q power negative 3 divide Q power 1. So tell me, when you take same base bahagi same base, power kena buat apa? Minus, right? So Q power negative 3 minus 1 is Q power negative 4, right? Okay, now we will apply this, right? So can you see this 4 is so important, right? Like these 4 things, right? Like I sudah guna semua ni dah. I already apply all these 4 things, right? So it's important. Make sure you know this 4. Alright. So what you do now, you apply this, right? Because when your power negative, you can make it positive, right? So bila jadikan positif macam mana? Macam mana nak jadi positif? You letak bawah, right? Tapi bila letak bawah, apa yang kena tukar? Base tak tukar, base is still Q, but the power kena tukar tanda jadi 4. So the answer is this 3p power 10 over q power 4, and very obvious the answer is C. Okay, A cannot A cannot, because A the q power 4 okay, my answer is q power negative 4 duduk atas, tapi dia punya q power 4 duduk atas. That's why it's wrong. So C baru betul. Okay, so you kena letak bawah jadi Q power 4. So number 6, jawapan betul dia adalah C. Okay, let's continue number 7. Diberi bahawa square root 9M sama dengan 4P plus ROP, ungkapkan P dalam sebutan MR. Okay, kalau dia cakap ungkapkan P means P kena single. Kena jadikan P single. So kalau you tengok ABCD, memang P semua dah single. Memang P equals, P equals, P equals, P equals lah. Tapi saya kena apa? Pindah sendiri baru saya boleh tahu which one is the answer. Okay, first of all, square root 9M. Siapa yang kena square root? 9 or M? The answer is both. Because both also, tengok dia punya square root dia cover semua. So 9 pun kena square root, tapi square root 9 is 3, right? And then square root M, okay, itu tak boleh lah. So just tulis square root M, right? Sebab kita tak tahu nilai M. So that's why we can't square root M. So we tulis square root M saja. And what we can do now is this bahagi P akan hantar atas jadi darab P. Okay. And kenapa saya buat macam tu? Sebab saya tak nak ada pecahan. Saya tak nak ada fraction. Because kalau ada fraction susah nak pindah nanti. And then equals to what? 4P plus R. And don't forget, you are finding P now. You tengah jadikan P single now. So sekarang P single tak? Tak single kan? Sebab P sini ada muncul sekali, sini pun ada sekali. So macam mana nak jadikan P single? Okay, senang saja. Yang term yang ada P, okay, term yang ada P ataupun sebutan yang ada P, you letak sekali. And then sebutan yang tak ada P, you buang to the other side. So sebutan yang ada P is what? Term yang ada P is 3 square root M times P, right? And then term yang ada P, this one also, plus 4 jadi minus 4P. Okay. And then the R tak ada P, so that one I letak dekat on the other side. But it's already on this side, so you tulis sajalah. Alright, sampai sini, you boleh nampak this term and this term, they both have P, right? It means we can factorize out the P. It means both this term, dia boleh bahagi P. So you can factorize out the P. So apa yang tinggal? Okay, first term, 3 square root MP. Kalau saya sudah keluarkan P, tinggal apa? 3 square root M. Next term, negative 4P. If I keluarkan P, tinggal apa? Negative 4. So R sini. So P punya answer is R bahagi dengan semua ni. 3 square root M minus 4. So kalau you tengok ABCD, ada jawapan tak? Ada, the answer is B. Okay, so B is the answer yang match dengan ni lah. Okay, so number 7, B boy. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, nombor 8. S merupakan pendapatan bulanan Encik Johan. So S represents the pendapatan bulanan. Okay, monthly salary. In RM, pendapatan bulanan Encik Johan. Okay, this is another person, Johan. Lebih daripada 8,300. Oh, it's the same person. Sorry. Okay, same person. So S is the pendapatan bulanan Encik Johan. And then now is the same person. Encik Johan punya pendapatan lebih daripada 8,300. Ketaksamaan linear yang manakah mewakili situasi di atas. Okay, kalau dia punya this and this is the same person, right? Maksudnya S, which is the pendapatan bulanan, kena lebih daripada 8,300. So lebih daripada 8,300. That's the answer lah. C lah. That's the answer. It's so easy, right? And also you have to know, kalau dia cakap lebih daripada means more than. More than means the symbol like this. Tak ada line. Tak ada line. Alright? Tak ada line. Tapi kalau dia cakap at least ataupun not less than, okay, ataupun minimum, then dia ada line bawah lah. Tapi kalau dia cakap lebih daripada, more than, tak ada line. Right? So number 8, that's answer is C. Okay, let's do number 9. Isi padu V gas berubah secara langsung. Okay, I see this word. I sudah tahu this is Form 5 chapter 1. Ubahan punya chapter, variation. Variation. So, let's read the whole thing first lah. V gas berubah secara langsung dengan suhu T dan secara songsang. Dengan tekanan P diberi isi padu gas is 225. So, isi padu tadi dia cakap guna V kan. So, this V is 225. And then apabila suhu dan tekanan gas is 300 Kelvin. So 300 Kelvin is the suhu. Suhu, they want you to use T to represent. So T is 300. And then 100 is the tekanan, pressure. So pressure P, they use P100. Okay, and then they say hitung isi padu gas means cari V lah. Cari V. And apabila suhu menurun ke 270 Kelvin. So the suhu T is 270. And then tekanan 150 means the P lah. Right? Okay, I want to ask you, why is it important to write down the information like this? Why is it important? Because later you need to find K. You know that, right? If you don't know that, then then you tak boleh ambil SPM already. Okay. So when you do variation, after you write your variation, you kena tukar jadi equals K. Lepas tu kena cari K kan? And apa cara untuk cari K? You kena ganti masuk you punya information, right? That is why it's important to write down the V, like what is all these things lah. You kena tahu dia adalah V, T or P, right? Sebab kalau nanti you terbalik masuk ataupun you silap masuk, then salah. Okay, so you kena tahu exactly what all the variable represents. Okay, so contoh isi padu, okay, V, suhu is T. Okay, and also kalau boleh check the unit also. Sometimes they want you to convert the unit one, but this one I already checked already. So the unit is fine. Okay, so sekarang kita boleh buat soalan ni. First thing first, V berubah secara langsung dengan T. So ini kita boleh tulis dia punya variation. V varies secara langsung means directly. Directly varies directly means tulis atas lah. So T kena tulis atas. Tapi dia kata dan secara songsang dengan P. So varies inversely as P. So P kena duduk bawah because songsang. So sudah siap lah. This is your variation. But now you have to tukar this symbol jadi equals K. And the K I will terus tulis atas. Right? Okay, why the K can tulis atas is because when you tambah K dia jadi macam ni. KT over P like this. And hubungan dia darab. Okay, like the K have to times. So when you darab you darab atas saja kan, you tak darab bawah. So that's why you can straight away do fast, just write like this, KT over P. And the next step is to find K. Okay, is to find K. And if you want to find K, you need to have the full information. You need to have V, you need to have T, you need to have P. Tiga-tiga ni kena ada. Satu tak ada pun tak boleh. Sebab kalau you tak ada satu sini, then you tak boleh cari K dah. You kena ada tiga-tiga baru boleh. So you tell me, you nak ganti information VTP, you nak ganti information yang mana? Yang atas or yang bawah? Mestilah yang atas. If you ganti yang ini yang bawah, you tak dapat cari K sebab you punya information tak lengkap. Okay, this is not a complete information. It's not full information because V tak ada. So nanti kalau you ganti ni nanti V tak ada, then how to find K? Sebab V pun tak ada, K pun tak ada. Macam mana nak cari? So you always ganti with the full information first, right? Then what about then sir, what about this one? Okay, this one later. This one later. After you find K baru you ganti yang ni. Okay, yang bawah ni after you cari K baru you ganti yang ni. Sekarang kita cari K dulu. So ganti yang atas ni. So V is 225, letak je. And then this one T is 300. And then this one is 100. Oh, when you ganti also be careful. Make sure you don't terbalik ganti. Okay. Like for example, if you write 100 atas, 300 bawah, then gone already. Salah already. So always look at the variable. Okay. That is why just now when I read the question, I terus tulis dah. 225 is the V or T or P. I terus tulis already. Okay, that's why it's not confusing. Okay, potong, tinggal 3. 225 bahagi 3, tekan calculator. Okay, my calculator give me 75. So it means my K is 75. But belum siap lagi, saya kena tulis semula. Saya kena masuk dalam equation and rewrite the equation. Rewrite the formula. So it will be V equals K, which is 75, T over P. Okay, so this is the equation now ataupun the formula to find volume. Okay, sekarang baru kita ganti information yang ni. Now only we sub with this information because the soalan want us to find volume, right? They want to find isi padu, right? So how to find isi padu? Okay, you already have the K75 T over P, right? So the TP ganti je lah, 270 tulis atas 150. But be careful you jangan terbalik ganti. If you terbalik wrong also, Okay, now tekan this, you get the answer. Okay, wait for me. I'm pressing my calculator. Okay, I press 75 times 270 divide 150. I got 135. 135. Okay, and this one is in cm cube. Yeah. So number 9, the answer is B point. Okay, so that's all. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Number 10. Diagram 2 shows an equilateral triangle QRU. When they say equilateral triangle, segi tiga sama sisi, means all three sides same length. And what will be the angle? 60, 60, 60. Okay, but the angle I don't want to write. Okay, the two squares PQUV RSTU. So this is 2 square. But are they same size? Okay, let's see. If this is a square means what? All 4 sides sama panjang, right? But you can see that QU is the side of the square, but at the same time it's also side for the equilateral triangle. It means this side same with this, same with this, same with this. Same for this case also. The UR is the side of triangle, but at the same time it's also side for the square. So automatic the remaining side all same with this. Next one, they kata given area of PQUV is 36 cm square. So PQUV, this is 36 cm square. And this one will automatically be 36 also. Because they are same size. How I know it's same size? Because walaupun saya tak tahu panjang dia berapa, but I know this and this same So the rest all mesti sama one. Okay. Okay. I think let's see what I want. Calculate the difference, Bezel, in area between square RSTU, okay, which is 36 lah, and the equilateral triangle QRU, okay. So I need to find area of square, tapi sudah ada lah 36, and then find area of equilateral triangle, and then ambil besar tolak kecil, right? Okay, now I need the area of triangle, but I need the panjang for triangle. I need some length, right? Saya kena ada panjang sisi baru boleh cari area of triangle. So apa saya boleh buat? Saya boleh start guna dengan 36 lah. So we all know 36, we can jadikan sini X, right? So if sini X, sini pun X. So kita tahu luas untuk square is X, base times height. So X times X. So dia jadi X square sama dengan 36. So you can find X now. Just punca kuasa 36. Square root 36 is 6. Maksudnya panjang sini 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Ini pun 6, right? Okay, but what I want now is to find the area of this triangle. Okay, because then only I can find the difference later. Okay, okay. So how to find the area of triangle? Okay, let me draw out the triangle like this. So this is 6, 6, 6, right? Okay, the area of triangle formula is 1/2 times base times height. But you don't tell me you go and do 1/2 times 6 times 6. Salah, 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 salah. Hey, when you take 1/2 times base times height, the base, boleh ambil 6 lah. But the height cannot be the slanted height. It has to be the 90-degree height. It has to be the vertical height ataupun the 90 degree. So that means the height kena ambil yang ini tau. Right? But the problem is I don't have the panjang here, right? Okay, tak apa. You can use Pythagoras theorem. But first you need to understand something first. If you have two lines sama panjang macam tu, when you cut half like that, the 6 will cut half also. So when you do like that, cut in half, this 6 dia akan potong in half. That's why it becomes 3, 3 like this. And now what you can do, you can use Pythagoras theorem to find this panjang. And the formula of Pythagoras theorem is square root bracket square. And here letak 6, here letak 3, and then plus or minus. Minus. Why minus? Because you are not finding the hypotenuse. When you are not finding the hypotenuse, you always minus. Right? Okay, this is not the longer side. The longer side is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always the side yang opposite 90 degree. So this, since I'm not finding the longer side, so I minus. So if you tekan this, you get the answer. So let me press. Square root 27. Okay, 5.196. Okay, my calculator give me banyak-banyak decimal place lah. Tapi you can just write like a few lah. Later, because this is paper 1, so it's fine. So this one is 5.196. Okay, tinggi dia. So now you tekan this whole thing, then dapat lah you punya area triangle. So tekan lah. 3 times 5.196. Okay, my calculator give me 15.588. Okay, now my next step. Find the difference in area between square RSTU and equilateral triangle QRU. So difference means ambil besar tolak kecil. But they want to find difference in area between square and triangle. So square punya area sudah dapat 36. And then triangle punya area sudah dapat ni. So just tekan 36 minus answer. So let me press now. Okay, sudah dapat 20.412. 20.412. So C is the answer. So number 10 is C. Okay. So easy. So that's all. Okay, number 11. Let's continue. In diagram 3, line QST is a straight line. Let's check QST, this one. While PQ and RS are parallel. Okay, whenever you see this word, you have to straight away label. And the way I teach my student is I will ask them to label like this, PQ, RS, parallel. Okay. And then it says, given that angle PQR, angle RQS are congruent. Congruent means same size, same shape. It means same lah. Exactly the same. Congruent means exactly the same. Okay, so I write here same size, same shape. And what it means is this angle and this angle is exactly the same. Okay, let's cari PQR and RQS. PQR dekat mana? PQR dekat sini. So angle X lah. And then dekat mana RQS? RQS, okay, dekat sini. So this is X also lah. Right? Okay, so far so good. Now they says what? Calculate the value of X plus Y plus Z. So dia tak bagi information lah. These are all the information. And now they will ask us to find X plus Y plus Z. Okay. You have to find the X, Y, Z separately first. You kena cari X, cari Y, cari Z separately. And then lepas cari tiga-tiga ni, baru you tambah semua. Right? Tapi macam mana nak cari X, Y, Z? Okay, look at the diagram lah. So they got give us some value here. Do you see it? So mesti you kena start daripada sini, right? Okay, first thing first, I can get, wait, let me think. Okay, do you remember they mentioned about parallel lines? So if you have two lines that are parallel like this, and if it forms a Z shape like that, this angle and this angle same size. Okay, only if parallel. This one we call it alternate angle. Alternate angle. So if this is x, you can see the z already. So this one will be x also, right? So let me go here and write angle x, right? And what else? Okay, we can use the 68 to find the angle here to here, right? Because of this triangle, let me highlight this. Can you see this triangle? So yeah. So what you can do, uh, you can see that this angle 68 is the angle from here to here, and this is a straight line, right? So you can take 180 minus 68 to get this angle here, and then this angle and this angle sama. So later it means this is isosceles lah. Okay, tak apa, you tekan 180 minus 68 dulu. So my calculator gave me 112. Okay, 112. So the 112 degree is from here to here, 112, right? Tapi kenapa saya buat macam tu? Sebab saya tahu this is a isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means this side and this side sama panjang. Okay, macam mana saya tahu dia sama panjang? Because this angle and this angle same ah. Yalah. So if isosceles memang macam tu. Kalau sini sini sama kalau dua side sini sama, then baru this angle and this angle will be same, right? So walaupun dia tak bagi tahu dekat sini, in the question they never mention this and this same length, right? But if we look at the angle, you know it's same length because the angle XX same, all right? So now I can find my angle X lah. Okay, because this is a triangle. So what is the total angle for triangle? 180. So you can take 180 minus 112, which is 68, and then divide 2, then you get your x. So 68 divide 2 is 34. So my x is 34. But I still belum siap lagi. I still have to find my y. So this is x also, right? So this is 34. Okay, how to find y? Let's see. Okay, dekat sini dia ada tulis 68. 68. So the opposite here also 68, right? Wait. Like this. 68. So here is 68 also. Kenapa macam tu? Sebab kalau saya ada X macam tu, this angle and this angle mesti sama, this angle and this angle mesti sama. Because they are opposite. Right? Kalau ada X macam tu. So if I say this is X, this is X, this is Y macam tu. So this 68, kalau you panjangkan, you can see the opposite angle for 68 is here. That's why here also 68. And also they go put a box like this. Okay, kalau dia letak petak macam ni means 90 degree. So how to find y? Just take 90 minus 68 lah. Because y is actually 90. This whole thing is 90. So you tolak 68, dapat lah y. So you tekan this, you get 22. Right? So y sudah dapat 22. X pun sudah dapat. Tinggal z je yang tak dapat. So how to find z? Okay, I can find this angle. Right? Okay, because of this triangle, right? And after I get this angle, I take 180 minus this, then I get z, right? But first, how to get this angle? Use this triangle. Because you already know your y is 22, right? So if this is 22, this is 34, what is this triangle, the remaining angle atas? You tekan 180 minus 22 minus 34. So tekan 180 minus 22 minus 34. So 124 here. So how to find z? It will be 180 minus 124. So you tekan this. So my z is 56. My z is 56, right? So this is my z answer, my y answer, my x answer. So now how to take x plus y plus z? 34 plus 56 plus 22. Okay, yang saya bulat Yang saya bulat tu semua tambah. Okay, time to press calculator. Okay, sudah dapat 112. So 11 answer. Okay, all right. Let's continue. Okay, number 10. Given the price of camera before 10% sales tax is 5490, calculate the selling price of camera after the tax is imposed. Okay, if you are trying to buy something and if they charge the service tax ataupun sales tax it means you have to buy more. Okay, you have to pay more. So if they say 10% service tax, this one is price of camera before 10% tax is 5490. So the 5490 have to plus with 10%. Because they want to calculate the selling price. So the selling price will be 5490 tambah dengan service tax. And the service tax is 10% times with 5490. So you just tekan this whole thing, then you get the answer. Right? Okay, but I will press the bracket first lah. So 5490 times 0.1 and then plus 5490. Okay, I sudah dapat 6039. So the answer is A. So this is quite easy. Okay. Okay, I know some smart students, they will tell me, sir, can I do it like that? Terus darab dengan 110%. Okay, can also. All right. Okay, let me explain a bit what this means. Because they say increase 10%, right? So if you malas want to darab 10%, because if you darab 10%, you have to tambah lagi kan. Okay, so some student they will say terus darab dengan 110%, can also lah. Yeah, because you are taking the 10% value plus with the original 100%. So you can do it like that also. But if you do it like this, you tak payah tambah already. Because you straight away, you will straight, if you tekan this, you will be very fast. You straight away dapat the 6039. Okay. So yeah, that's the answer. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, number 13. Given that the simultaneous equation this and this have no solution, express m in terms of n. Okay, this one ada dua there's a two method. Okay, I'll explain using two method. Okay, so let me explain using the first method first. Okay, first method. Okay, ada dua cara untuk explain soal ni ya. So I will explain using first method. What is the okay? No solution means what? No solution means this line and this line dia tak ada intersection, right? Dia tak ada intersection. That's what it means by no solution. It means when you try to do penggantian penghapusan, you cannot find your xy, and the reason why is because when you draw these two lines, dia tak ada intersect. Dia tak ada titik persilangan. Okay, they never touch each other, right? So that means by no solution lah, alright? So what we can do now is you can first susun your equation. Because I will do elimination method. Okay. Sebab simultaneous you boleh buat penggantian or penghapusan, right? So what I'll do penghapusan. Because I saw this one is 4y, this one is 12y, right? But first I have to susun first. So it becomes mx plus 12y equals 9. And what I will do with this equation is I will times 3, right? But I will susun first. Because I need to make sure I have to arrange it like this. X, y equals number, right? So let's arrange this. X, y equals number. So nx, the plus 4y have to move here, become minus. Okay, but the 5 is already on that side, so like that. And now I have to take this whole thing times 3. So nx times 3, you get 3nx. Negative 4y times 3, negative 12y. And then 5 times 3, 15, right? And kenapa saya buat macam tu? Sebab saya mau hapuskan y dengan y. Because I want the 12 eliminate. And the elimination method is you have to plus ataupun minus to hapuskan, right? Okay. So this one is plus or minus? Plus. Okay. Yeah, plus. Okay. If you minus, later it become minus minus. Later it become 12 plus 12 become 24. So then it's like you tak ada hapus already. You have to plus, then baru dia boleh potong. Baru boleh hapus. Okay. What is mx plus 3nx? It becomes m plus 3n bracket x. Right? And then what about 12y plus minus 12y? Okay, plus minus is minus. So 12y minus 12y sudah hapus, sudah potong jadi kosong. And then 9 plus 15 is 24. Right? So you left with this, right? You left with this. M plus 3 and x equals 24. Okay, now the soalan says no solution. It means if I proceed here, if I continue here, my mn will have no answer, right? So what does it mean by no answer? It means the coefficient must be 0. The coefficient here must be 0. Because when this thing is 0, then 0 times x will be 0, and then 0 equals 24. And when you get something like this, it means no answer. You understand why, right? Because what you are trying to find now is x and y. Yeah, you're trying to find x and y, right? So when your x punya coefficient is 0, then it becomes no solution already. Because when your coefficient, okay, when the x in front is 0, then the x will disappear. Because 0 times x is 0, then you can't find your x, right? So if you want this to have no answer, that means your n plus 3n must be 0. Because when this whole thing, the coefficient number in front here is 0, 0 times x will be 0, and the x disappears, then you can't find your answer, right? So remember this, no solution means what? It means the coefficient of one side is 0, but on the other side, okay, it can be a number lah, alright? It can be whatever number you want, right? But you have to make sure the coefficient of one of this side must be 0, okay? Yeah, must be completely 0. So that's why I write n plus 3n equals 0. But the soalan says express m in terms of n. So kena jadikan m single. So pindah ini jadi minus 3n. So the answer is A. But I told you in the beginning, I said there's two methods to explain this question, right? So let me explain using another method. So this method, this is the first way to do it, right? Let me explain how to do it another way. So the other way is use the gradient to find. Yeah, use the gradient. Because if they say no solution means what? It means these two lines, right? These two lines, they will have the same gradient. You know why they have the same gradient? Because when they have the same gradient, they will not intersect each other. Okay? So, they got say no solution here. No solution means when you do simultaneous, you tak dapat jawapan. It means there's no intersection point lah. And when two lines are parallel, apabila dua line tu selari, dia takkan sentuh. Doesn't matter how long you panjangkan the garisan, they will not touch each other. So what you can do is cari gradient garisan ni and cari gradient garisan ni, and then ambil gradient sini sama dengan gradient sini. Okay? And why the gradient sama? Because when the gradient same, they are parallel, and where they're parallel, they will have no solution. They will have no answer when you do simultaneous. Yeah, because there's no intersection. Yeah, there's no intersection. So obviously, so of course, if you try to find if you're trying to find intersection point when there's no intersection point, you will end up with no answer lah. So what you have to do now, find gradient. How to find gradient is you have to tukar jadi y equals mx plus c, right? Okay, how to convert, how to jadikan y single? 12y equals mx hantar sana jadi negative mx plus 9, right? Okay, the y have to be single, so divide 12, so become negative m over 12x plus 9 over 12, right? Okay, the 9 over 12 can cut, jadi 3 over 4, right? Is it correct? Yeah, correct. Okay, but I don't care about the 3 or 4. I only want the gradient. So the m1, what's the gradient? First gradient, negative m over 12, right? This is the first gradient. Okay, the second gradient, I will do it here. The second gradient, second line. Jadikan y single juga. Okay, my y is already positive, right? So I don't want to pindah depan. Because if I pindah here, later it becomes minus. So instead, what I will do is I will write like this: 5 plus 4y equals n, and x. Okay, benda yang sama saja. It's just I choose to write the 5 plus 4y on the left side and x I write on the right side. Okay, because I want to maintain the y positive. Okay, I don't want to pindah. Later I pindah jadi negative. So now it becomes 4y sama dengan, okay, the nx macam ni and then minus 5. And don't forget you want the y to be single lah. Kenapa nak jadi y single? Sebab you nak tukar jadi mx plus c kan? Sebab you nak baca you punya gradient. So bahagi 4, bahagi 4, bahagi 4. So n over 4x bahagi 4 negative 5 over 4. Okay, sudah boleh nampak gradient dia. Y equals mx plus p. So this one yang saya bulat is the gradient n over 4. And since these two lines have no solution, means they will be parallel for sure. Because when two lines are parallel, they don't have any intersection. It means no solution lah. So sekarang saya boleh ambil gradient m1 sama dengan m2. So the gradient is negative m over 12 sama dengan n over 4 macam ni. And now you just pindah, but jadikan m single lah. So dia akan jadi m sama dengan n over 4 darab dengan negative 12. Okay, darab sebab ini bahagi hantar jadi darab. So bila you darab macam tu, you akan dapat negative 3n, and the answer is same with the answer I did using the first method. Okay, sebab bila ambil 12 bahagi 4, you potong-potong tinggal 3 sini. So negative 3 times n, negative 3n. So the answer is A also lah. Alright. Okay, so I'm done explaining. So I explained two methods for you, and I hope you understand both method. Alright. So nak buat salah satu cara, mana-mana cara, up to you lah. Both method give you same answer. Alright. Okay, yang penting is you faham lah. Okay, yang penting is you faham. Alright. Yang tu paling penting. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, let's do 14. Okay, in diagram 4, A, B, C, D, E, A, F are straight line. Let's check A, B, C, D, this one, okay. And then E, A, F is, this one is straight line. Okay, no problem. Given that AB is 2AF, what's the meaning? It means the AB ratio is 2 and the AF ratio is 1. Okay, so let me explain. If they say AB equals to 2AF, it means they are trying to give you the ratio for ABAF. And how I baca is you convert jadi fraction. So when you convert become fraction, this one times, right? Times hendak jadi bahagi AF, and then you left with 2 here. Okay, nothing here means over 1 lah. And we all know this fraction punya line dia sebenarnya boleh tukar jadi nisbah. So it means AB nisbah AF is 2 nisbah 1 lah. That is why I write AB, the ratio is 2, AF, the ratio is 1. Okay, okay, done. Next one. AF, GC, both 10 cm. So AF, let's AF here, so 10 cm. And then GC also 10 cm. So GC, mana GC? Okay, 10 cm. Okay, I want you to know something. Yang saya buat dekat sini, ini hanya ratio. This is the ratio, it's not the actual length. So the actual length of this line is not 1 cm. The 1 is just the ratio saja. The actual length is actually 10 cm. So I want to ask you, if this one is 10 cm, then what is the panjang for AB? So if ratio 1 is 10 cm, then ratio 2 is how many cm? 20 cm, right? because you times 2 ma, right? So what you can do is you straight away times 2, then you know this one is 20 cm, okay, from A to B. Because from ratio 1, you want to convert to length, you times 10. So this one times 10 also lah. So that's why you get 2 times 10, 20 cm, okay? Okay, let's see what else they say here. Sine m is 12 over 13. So I think this is important. Sine m equals 12 over 13, right? So it's very obvious already. This one is the trigonometry chapter. And then they say find value of cos n. Okay, let's start by labeling this information first. Okay, I always tell my student the same thing. I always tell them if they give us information for sine angle, ataupun cos angle or tangent angle, and if they give us the answer, I always tell my students, check whether your angle is in quadrant 1 or not first. If it's not in quadrant 1, you better find your reference angle. If it's not in quadrant 1, right? So let's check now. Angle M, is this a quadrant 1 angle? M is here, right? So the soalan never tell you whether it's which quadrant, right? But you don't need the soalan to tell you. You can use your eyes. So guna mata tengok, tell me this one, is it quadrant 1? No lah, this one is quadrant 2. How I know? Because quadrant 1 means less than 90. Hello, like this is 90. This one is obviously more than 90 already. You don't need the soalan to tell you one. You can just tengok sendiri pun boleh tahu whether it's which quadrant. So this one is quadrant 2 angle. And if it's quadrant 2 angle, what you need to do? You need to find out the reference angle. Okay, if it's quadrant 2, how to get the reference? 180 minus. If it's quadrant 3, you minus 180. If it's quadrant 4, you 360 minus. This is how you get the reference angle. If it's quadrant 2, do it like this. Quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Okay. Okay, this is quadrant 2. So if it's quadrant 2, how you get the reference angle? 180 minus. So can you tell me, after you take 180 tolak dengan ni, where is the remaining angle? Here, right? Because this is the straight line ma. So when you take 180 minus m, this red color angle, this is the reference angle. Okay, for now I will call it alpha, right? For now I'll call it alpha. That means sine m and sine alpha will give you the same answer. Cos m and cos alpha will give you the same answer. Tangent m and tangent alpha will give you the same answer. Okay, but the positive negative would be different lah, but the value would be exactly the same. Okay, this is what it means by reference angle. Reference angle and the actual angle will give you the same answer one. When you do sin cos tan, uh you do sin cos tan alpha or m, they will get the same answer. Cuma the positive negative saja yang tak sama, right? Okay, the positive negative you have to check quadrant lah, add sugar to coffee macam tu, right? Okay, now you already berjaya cari the reference angle. Now you can label this. The formula for sine is, okay, the formula is soka toa. Soka toa. So sine is so. So this 12 is the opposite. This 13 is the hypotenuse. So you are using the reference angle. So this is the right angle triangle you are using. So what you will do now, okay, depan angle, opposite angle kita panggil opposite. Okay, depan 90 kita panggil hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse is actually from A to C. Right? And then the remaining last one we call it adjacent. So dia kata opposite 12, right? So opposite yang ini kan. So this one is 12. But you have to bulatkan. You cannot just write 12. You have to circle because this 12 is the ratio. Dia bukan panjang sebenar. Dia bukan length. Okay? You jangan tulis 12 cm. Salah. Salah. Because this is a ratio. Okay? It's not the actual length. Okay, dia punya ratio 12, tapi dalam cm is not 12. Okay, hypotenuse is 13. So panam H ni tulis apa? Tulis 13. And also you need to circle. Why kena bulatkan? Because it's ratio. It's not 13 cm. It's just a ratio. Okay. Okay, sekarang saya boleh cari cos n. Dia suruh cari cos n. But cos n, okay, I need panjang BC. Yeah, I need panjang BC. Because cos n later you'll be adjacent or hypotenuse, and the reference angle for cos n will be here. So the adjacent will be BC over 10. Tapi BC punya panjang tak ada kan? Okay, so my job now is to find BC. Okay, let me erase this 2 and 1 because it's useless already. This 2 and 1 already helped me to get the 10, 20 just now. So and then the arrow also is useless. So let me erase. So it's like more clear. Okay, after I padam all the extra stuff, now I see how to do. Now I nampak already how I sudah nampak macam mana nak buat. So how to do it? Can you see it? I already see it. So this 20 is from here to here, right? And then this line punya panjang tak ada kan? So what you can do is you can find the ratio for AF. Okay? Walaupun saya tak tahu sekarang, but you can find it, right? And how to find it? Let me show you. you use the ratio to do it. All right. So can you see this is a right angle triangle? You already have the ratio for these two sides, 13 and 12. So you can use Pythagoras theorem. So the ratio for here will be square root bracket square, and this will be 13, this will be 12, and then plus or minus? Minus. Oh, by the way, this 13 is the ratio for the whole length. This 13 is for from A until C. Okay. But the 20 cm is only from A to B only. Okay. Okay, so when you do that, you will get square root 25, and that means your ratio for AF is 5. Ratio, not the panjang. Because when you use Pythagoras theorem, you are using the ratio. The 13, 12, you're using the ratio. So automatic when it comes out, it will come out as ratio also. So now you know ratio 5 is equivalent to 10 cm. That means ratio nak tukar cm kena times 2 lah. Betul tak? 5, because 5 times 2 dapat 10. So can you tell me what is 12 times 2? 24. It means this one is useless already. I know I only need the length 24 cm. And then 13 also times 2, you get 26. That means I can erase the ratio because it's not useful anymore. And I know the whole length now is 26 cm. And do you remember from A to B is 20 cm? Yeah, this one I labeled at first, right? So what is 26 minus 20? Balance dapat 6 ini, right? Okay, now finally I can find the cos n, right? But be careful, because your n is not quadrant 1. I tell you many times already, if the angle is not quadrant 1, you better find your reference angle first. So I will use blue color. Where's the reference angle? It will be here. Let's call it beta this time. Okay. Okay. Cos n and cos beta will give you the same answer. Sin n and sin beta also give you the same answer. Tangent n and tangent beta also give you the same answer. Yeah, it's just that they are the plus minus tak sama saja. Okay, the positive negative tak sama saja, but the value mesti sama, right? So what you have to do now? I told you already, cos n and cos beta will give you same answer ma. So you will use the reference angle beta to write down your cos n punya jawapan. But you have to leave an empty space here, okay? Because later you have to check whether it's positive or negative. Okay, let's write down the value first. So depan angle kita panggil opposite, depan 90 kita panggil hypotenuse, the remaining is adjacent. Cos, ka. So adjacent or hypotenuse. So the adjacent A is 6, masuk 6, hypotenuse 10, masuk 10. Okay, now it's time to check whether it's positive or negative. We have to check which quadrant. So cos n is not quadrant 1, it's quadrant 2. Okay, quadrant 2. So if it's quadrant 2, which positive? Siapa positive? Sign, right? But I'm doing cos now, so kena letak negative. That's why you get negative 3/5. Right? Okay, let's scroll down and see ada jawapan tak. So ada lah. So jawapan dia B. Alright? Okay, sudah siap. Okay, now we do number 15. Okay, diagram 5 shows two circles with same size. So these two circles is exactly the same size. PJR is a common tangent for both circles. Where is PJR? This one. Okay, common tangent means what? Means this line is tangent for this circle, but it's also tangent for another circle, right? And tangent means it will touch the circle at one point, right? Okay, lepas tu dia kata HJN, LJK are straight lines. Mana? HJN, LJK are straight line. Okay, boleh. Apa lagi? Given that JLM is 32. Okay, ini kena label JLM. Mana? JLM is 32. So here lah. And then they say find the value of X. Okay, so how to do this, Christian? First of all, kita kena faham satu benda. Kalau sini 32, sini pun 32. Right? Reason is because when you have a circle, kalau dia ada line yang macam ni, okay, but it has to be on the circumference. The angle has to be on the circumference. Circumference means on the side of circle lah. And if the panjang sini maintain and I tarik to the other side, and if the other angle also at circumference, it will be 32. Of course, if you tarik to the other side, same also lah. Sebab apa? Sebab jarak sini tak berubah. I mean panjang lengkok awak tak tukar. It means the arc length here didn't change, so the angle automatic here will be same, right? But it has to be at the circumference. The angle has to be at the circumference, because if the angle is at the center, then you have to times 2. Okay, if it's at the center lah. Okay, so boleh faham kan ini kenapa 32. So apa lagi yang saya boleh cari? Okay, for this angle is very difficult to. Okay, let's look at the other circle. Oh, the other circle, they actually say that these three sama panjang. So the angle will be 60, 60, 60 lah. Because when the triangle tiga side sama, it means that all the angle here will be sama also lah. And the total angle for triangle is 180 so bahagi 3 dapat 60, 60, 60, right? And since this is a x like that, and we all know if I put x like that, the opposite angle mesti sama one. So if this is x, this is x. And if this is y, this is y, right? So if this is 60, this is 60. So now we can use this 60, 32 to find this angle phi. Okay, this is a triangle. Triangle, jumlah angle, jumlah sudut is 180. So what is 180 minus 60 minus 32? 88. Okay, 88. So this angle is 88. Now we can find x lah. How to find x? Okay, this is a straight line. Straight line angle dia mesti 180. So just tekan 180 minus 88. And if you do that, you will get 92. Okay. 180 minus 88. Okay, I got 92. So, betul lah. 15 answer is C lah. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, let's do number 16. Height of Shimi alien Mida is this, and this. Respectively, calculate the average height of them in cm. Okay, what is the meaning of average height? Okay, average is like mean lah. Dia nak suruh cari mean lah, purata. So, nak cari purata macam mana? First, you take all the height, tambah semua, and then bahagi 3. Okay, so ambil jumlah, lepas tu bahagi dengan 3 sebab ada 3 orang. That's why bahagi 3. Tapi you tak boleh jumlahkan bila dia punya asas tak sama. You cannot tambah the number when the base is not same. You cannot just tekan, just tekan this in your calculator, plus this, plus it. Cannot. If the base is not same, you cannot tambah dua number yang tak sama base. If the two numbers is not same base, you cannot tambah tolak. So first I have to samakan base dulu. And the best way is to change everything to base 10 lah. Just change everything to base 10. So 101. Okay, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 base 2. Nanti saya tukar jadi base 10. Next one also 2, 3, 1 base 8 tukar jadi base 10. And then 1, 1, 2, 3 base 5 tukar jadi base 10. Okay, how to convert a smaller base to base 10? Macam mana nak tukar base yang kecil jadi base 10? Kita kena guna cara darab. We have to use the times punya method. Darab punya cara. And the cara is you have to write down the place value, the nilai tempat. And after you write down the nilai tempat, you darab dengan the digit. After you darab dengan digit and then tambah semua. And then dapatlah in base 10. Right? Itu cara dia. So kalau base 2, apa dia punya nilai tempat? What is the place value? It will start with 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, 2 power 7. These are the place value. What if it's base 8? Then it's 8 power 0, 8 power 1, 8 power 2 lah. Because base 8 mah. Right? And remember, always start with 8 power 0. Sometimes students, they will make careless mistake. They will straight away letak 8 power 1, 8 power 2, 8 power 3. Wrong. It has to always start with power 0. Okay, the last one, base 5. So 5 power 0, 5 power 1, 5 power 2, 5 power 3. Okay, I'm done now. Now, I have to take atas, darab bawah, atas, darab bawah, atas, darab bawah, atas, darab bawah semua, and then tambah semua. Okay. Okay, first one is 2 power 7 times 1. Okay, and then plus. Okay, this one times 0 means 0. So 0 tak payah tambah. Okay, because plus 0, nothing happens. Okay, next one is 2 power 5 times 1. Okay. And then tambah lagi. Okay, ini 0 tak payah tulis. 0 tak payah, 0 tak payah, 0 tak payah. Okay, last one. 2 power 0 times 1. Okay, if you press all this, you will get base 10. Okay. Okay, let me press now. 2 power 7 plus 32 plus 1. Okay, my answer is 161. It means the height of the first person is 161 cm in base 10 lah. Okay. So yeah. Okay, next person. What is the height in base 10? So same thing. You have to take 8 power 2 times 2. And then 8 power 1 times 3. And then 8 power 0 times 1. Okay. Atas, darab, bawah, atas, darab, bawah. It means you take the place value times with the digit. Right. And then after you times everything, you tambah semua. Okay. Okay, let's press. Okay, plus 1. Okay, my calculator give me 153. Okay, so the second person, dia punya height is 153 cm in base 10. Okay, the third person, berapa tinggi dia? Same thing, you will convert to base 10. You will take the place value, 5 power 3 times with the digit 1. And then do the same for the next one, 5 power 2 times 1. And then 5 power 1 times 2, 5 power 0 times 3. And then jumlahkan, tambah semua. Okay, if you press this, you will get the answer. 125 plus 25 plus 10 plus 3. Okay, 163. So the next person, dia punya tinggi 163 cm in base 10. Okay. Okay, now how to find the average? So average means cari dia punya mean lah. So mean means what? Mean maksudnya ambil purata. So purata dia 161 tambah dengan 153 tambah dengan 163. So jumlahkan semua data and then bahagi dengan 3 sebab ada 3 orang. Okay. Okay. Press this in your calculator. 161 plus 153 plus 163. Tapi kena equal dulu. Equal dulu baru bahagi 3. It means you kena tambah first lah. Okay, you kena tambah first. Tambah jumlah first, then baru bahagi 3. Bukan bahagi 3 baru jumlahkan. You have to jumlahkan first, then baru bahagi 3. Okay, my calculator give me 159. So 16, the answer is B lah. Okay, that's all. Sudah siap. Okay, number 17. Diagram 6 shows the pattern for wallpaper that will be pasted on the wall. So this is a pattern. Okay, what can you conclude based on the pattern of the wallpaper? Apakah yang dapat anda simpulkan berdasarkan kepada corak kertas dinding tersebut? A. Isometry. B. Congruent. C. Similar. D. Tessellation. Okay, this is a tessellation. Right? Yeah, it's a tessellation. So what is tessellation? Tessellation is a pattern of recurring shapes without overlap and no empty space. Right? So what is tessellation? Is a pattern of recurring shape. Recurring means repeating. It means like the same shape repeats banyak kali, but it cannot have any empty space. Tak boleh ada ruang kosong, and that cannot have overlap. Tak boleh ada pertindihan. Tak boleh bertindih. Okay, bertindih means overlap. So D is the answer lah. This is a tessellation. You can see the square keeps repeating and the triangle, right? So yeah, this is tessellation. Okay, because this is a pattern of recurring shapes without any empty space and there's no overlap. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, number 18 pula. Raja 7 ialah sebuah gambar Raja Van yang menunjukkan bilangan murid bagi set semesta, universal set murid-murid tingkatan 5A. So, this one is murid tingkatan 5A. Okay, I just write like this. And then Ali H, set H, Ali sejarah. So, H, sejarah. Okay, and then M is matematik. Okay. Okay. So, can you tell me ini 8 orang is orang yang macam mana? 8 orang ni Ali apa? Dia member apa? Dia member sejarah or member matematik? Dia member sejarah and matematik. And matematik. Okay. But what if I say sejarah or matematik? Okay, kalau saya cakap sejarah or matematik, it will be like this. Tiga-tiga ni tambah. Sebab kalau saya cakap and, it means you ambil dia punya intersection. You take the intersection. If or, you take the union. So if I said sejarah or mathematics, it means sejarah union mathematics. Then it will be these three. Kalau or lah. Tapi kalau saya cakap and, is only the 8. Right? So 8 orang ni dia member sejarah and mathematics. What if I ask you this one? This one is what? Sejarah only. Okay? Sejarah only. Sejarah only. What if like this? Okay, like this is sejarah. Sejarah. But if I cakap sejarah only, then it's only here. Okay, because I got mentioned the word only. Okay, and then, okay lah, same for the other side. Okay, let's read what it says here. Diberi N universal 32. So nanti sini 32. So it means 32 is sini tambah sini tambah sini. Semua lah, semua tambah. Okay. Maksudnya the 32 is actually these 4 kawasan at all tambah semua. The total. 8 orang murid adalah ahli bagi kedua-dua persatuan sejarah dan persatuan matematik. Okey, ini kita sudah tahu. Dia sudah tulis. Okey, next one. Bilangan ahli persatuan matematik. Okey, dia tak cakap only ya. Dia tak kata sahaja. Dia kata ahli persatuan matematik. Dia tak kata ahli matematik sahaja. Dia kata ahli matematik. So nanti be careful Okay, ahli persatuan matematik adalah 2 kali ganda bilangan ahli persatuan sejarah. Dia tak kata sahaja, dia tak kata only Dia kata sahaja sejarah. Dia tak kata only. And then dia kata jika 4 orang bukan ahli daripada kedua-dua, cari bilangan murid yang menjadi sejarah sahaja. Okay, dia nak cari sejarah sahaja, right? Okay, tapi sebenarnya ahli yang sejarah sahaja is this one lah. Because if they got say sahaja means sejarah only. So the answer is X minus 8. Tapi you tak dapat cari jawapan sekarang sebab you tak tahu nilai X. So you have to use this information yang dia mention sini to find X dulu. So now your job is to find X sebenarnya. Okay, you jangan cari sejarah sahaja. You don't find the sejarah only punya member first. You cari X dulu. Because if you cari X then baru you boleh cari member sejarah only. Okay, how to find X? They got mentioned 4 orang murid bukan 2 persatuan. So 4 duduk dekat luar sini And then what it says here, bilangan ahli persatuan matematik. Okay, dia tak kata sahaja kan. Dia kata bilangan ahli matematik. Means saya kena ambil 2x minus 8 dengan 8 tambah. Okay, tambah. So it becomes 2x minus 8 plus 8 like this. Right? And then dia kata adalah 2 kali ganda bilangan ahli persatuan sejarah. So sama dengan 2 kali ganda ahli persatuan sejarah. Okay, dia tak kata sahaja. Dia tak kata sejarah sahaja. Dia kata sejarah. So sejarah means like including the 8 also. So it becomes x minus 8 plus 8, right? Okay, I'll use a big bracket like this, right? Okay, first I will do yang big bracket ni dulu. So negative 8 plus 8 kosong lah. So tinggal X saja. And then X times 2 is 2X here. Okay, what about here? Negative 8 plus 8 also can potong sebab jadi kosong. And then dapat 2X. Wait, what? So 2X equals 2X? Oh, actually we can find X by using the total, right? Because the total is 32 mah. Okay, maksudnya semua ni tambah dapat 32, right? Okay, so it means what? It means X minus 8 tambah 8 tambah 2X minus 8 tambah 4 equals to 32 lah. And then apa yang saya boleh buat? Saya boleh buka bracket. And then X dengan X boleh buat. Number dengan number boleh buat. So X plus 2X is 3X. And then negative 8 plus 8 boleh potong jadi kosong. Negative 8 plus 4 boleh tekan dapat negative 4 equals 32. And then pindah minus 4 jadi plus 4. 32 plus 4, 36 lah. And then X sama dengan 36 divided 3, 12. And if your X is 12, 12 minus 8 is 4. And what they want just now? Ahli persatuan sejarah sahaja. Sahaja means only here. So the answer is 4 lah. Alright. Okay. Okay, some student they will say, sir, bukan kena tambah 8 ke? 4 plus 8. Sejarah mah. Bukan. Kalau you tambah macam tu, you cari ahli persatuan sejarah. If you take 4 plus 8, you are finding sejarah. But they want sejarah sahaja. Sejarah only. So it's different meaning. It's only 4. Okay. So the answer for 18 is A. It means this is useless. Yang dia cakap ini apa 2 kali ganda, this is just to confuse you saja. Ini tak penting pun. Sebab I try to do it like that. I tak dapat cari X if I use this information, right? So actually this one is like, this working is useless, right? And also this, everything they say here is like useless also. Okay, this is just there to confuse you. Yang apa ini 2 kali ganda tak penting pun sebenarnya. Dia tak cakap pun saya boleh cari X. Just use the total to find it lah. Okay, sudah siap? Hope you understand. Okay, number 19. Apa ini? Table 2 is a cumulative frequency table. Okay, so kekerapan logo kan, which shows the number of pens owned by students of 5 amanah. Okay, what is cumulative frequency? Cumulative frequency is the frequency of the class plus with all the previous class. So if I tell you the cumulative is 15, what it means is the 15 come from the frequency of that class plus with all the previous one. Itu maksud dia. Okay, that is cumulative frequency. So what it says here, if the mode is 1, state 1 possible value of X. Okay, mode is the highest frequency. Yeah, mode means you choose data yang highest frequency. Okay, data yang kekerapan paling tinggi, itulah you punya mode. Right? But I don't think I can find my mode now because I don't have the frequency. The table yang dia bagi is for cumulative frequency. So I need to convert jadi frequency dulu. So I will put a column like this and I will find my frequency. Okay, the first frequency and the first cumulative frequency will always be the same. Because I told you, right, what's cumulative? Cumulative frequency is what? Is the frequency of that class plus with all the previous punya frequency. But imagine if you are the first frequency. It means there's no number before you. It means your frequency will be same with the cumulative, first cumulative lah. Okay, but the next one is different. The next one will be 10 minus X. Reason being is because get this number, it have to be X plus with this, dapat 10. So X tambah berapa dapat 10? You take 10 minus X lah. That's why I write 10 minus X here, right? And then you repeat the same. 10 tambah berapa dapat 15? 5. Okay? And then 15 tambah berapa dapat 17? You tekan 17 minus 15, you get 2 like that. And then same thing, 17 tambah berapa dapat 18? 1. Right? Because you ambil 18 minus 17. So these are all the frequency. Okay? X, 10 minus X, 5 to 1. You all understand, right? It means the 10 is actually 10 minus X plus X. Okay? And then the 15 is actually what? 5 plus 10 minus X plus X. Right? And if you try to do it, you really get 15. Okay? And then the 17 come from 2 plus 5, which is 7. 7 plus 10, which is 17. And then minus X plus X is 0. So it's 17 lah. Right? So that's the meaning. Okay. Sekarang saya dah ada semua frequency. Sekarang kita boleh cari mode dah. So they say the mode is 1. So definitely this X, the frequency of 1 would be the highest. Right? So the answer is D. Okay. Remember to always look at the answer. You are doing paper 1 mah. Bila when you are doing paper 1, always look at the answer when you do the soalan, right? When you tengah buat paper 1, you boleh terus tengok jawapan. Sebab bila terus tengok jawapan, sometimes you boleh nampak terus jawapan dia. So kenapa saya cakap soalan dia, jawapan dia 6 is because The x, kalau 5, if imagine if the x is 5, then the mode is not 1 already, because you can see that there's a 5 here, right? So if the x is 5 also, then the mode will be ada dua mode lah. Dia jadi 1 dengan 3, right? Or 2 also will be the mode, because if the x is 5, 10 minus x, 10 minus 5 is 5 also. So dia ada 3 mode dah. It means kalau x5, kalau x5, your mode have three, you will have 3 mode, 1, 2, and 3, right? But they say only have 1 mode, and the mode is 1. So it means the x here, the frequency here must be more than 5 lah. So it must be 6. 3, 4 tak boleh lah. Okay, if 3, 4 means then your mode is not 1 already. Your mode will be like other numbers, right? So if you want your mode to be 1, then the x must be 6. Because if this one is 6, then this will be 10 minus 6, 4, and then this will be 5, 2, 1. So you can see 6 is the highest frequency. So the mode is 1. Okay. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, let's do number 20. Sarah deposit 10,000 in the bank on 1st December 2018 with an interest rate of 4% per annum. So this is, I think this is installment. Wait, after n years, the total amount of her savings is this. Calculate the total amount of savings to nearest is okay. So this one you have to do the what? The Form 3, Chapter 3 lah. This one, the savings and investment punya bab. Okay. So macam mana nak buat soalan ni? Dia nak cari total amount of savings. First, you have to calculate the. Okay, what is 10,000? The P. Okay, 10,000 is the P. What is P? P is principal ataupun the starting amount. Okay, you start with this amount. And they say the interest rate is 4% per annum. So the R rate is 4 divided 100, 0.04. Okay, and the T will be what? So he said for how many years? 1st December 2018 until 1st December 2024. It means how many years have passed? 6 years, right? Because 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah. So if you count using your finger, you will get 6, right? So T is 6 years. Ataupun you just ambil 2024 minus 2018 lah. Okay. So you get 6. Okay. So the formula we will use is I equals PRT. This formula we use when we want to find interest. Okay. So the interest will be what? 10,000 times with 0.04 times with 6, right? And then if you tekan this, you will get the interest. So let me press. Okay, my creditor give me 2,400. So what is the faedah interest? 2,400, right? So the total amount of savings will be 10,000 plus with the 200 lah. Because 200 is the interest only. Ini hanyalah dia punya interest ataupun the bonus. So when you tambah, you dapat jawapan, right? Wait, but why no answer? For us, wait. Wait, something wrong here. Wait, 6. After n years, 10,000. Let me press again. 10,000 times 0.04 times 6, and then plus 10,000. Okay, when I plus, I don't get. I get 12400, but there's no answer here, right? But then they got mentioned something here. After n years, the total amount of savings is this, right? Okay, so if the soalan give us their own formula, then we should use their formula, right? We shouldn't use the formula. Okay, we shouldn't use our own formula, because if the soalan sudah bagi formula dia sendiri, then I think we should follow the formula yang dia bagi. So the total amount savings formula yang dia bagi is this 10,000 1.04 power n. So why not we just follow this lah? So the n just masuk 6 saja lah sini, and then just tekan all this, then you automatic total amount savings. It means this is useless, this is useless, only this is useful. Okay, so yeah, okay, so 10,000 1.04 power 6. Okay, my calculator give me 12653.19. So choose the nearest answer, C lah. Okay, the reason why I will take C is because it's 0.19. So when you round off, you will get 12653. Okay, and we don't count the extra 19 cents. The extra 19 cents, we don't count it as 1 ringgit. So it doesn't make sense if you bullet D. Okay, and also when you round off also, you will not get 12654, right? So that's why it's 12653. Okay, this soalan is a bit confusing because they give us a lot of information, but we end up not using it, right? That's why it's a bit confusing. That's why I'm also a bit confused at first, right? So this is the correct way lah. Just straight away use this formula and then ganti N6 saja, right? Yeah, because they already give us their own formula. So we don't have to use the PRT formula lah. Just use the formula yang dia bagi je lah, right? Okay, so yep, that's all. Okay, I want to continue. 21. Raja 8 menunjukkan plot batang dan daun bagi markah ujian matematik yang diambil oleh sekumpulan murid kelas 4 S2. Okay, this one, plot batang daun, stem and leaf plot, you learn in Form 4, Chapter 7. Yeah, Chapter 8, sorry. Chapter 8. 7 or 8, I forgot. The chapter is called Measures of Dispersion for Ungrouped Data. Sukatan serakan for data yang tak terkumpul. So you learn this in Form 4. Okay, so dia bagi stem and leaf plot. Lepas tu dia cakap sini, key 6, line 3 means 63 marks. So let me tell you something. The leaf, the leaf sini is the number of students. Okay, the number of leaf will be the number of students. Okay, because if I cakap 6 line 3 means 63 marks. So first student dapat 63 marks. Second student 64. Third student 67. Fourth student 68. So if you keep going, the number of leave will be the total number of students. So if you count here like 1, 2, 3, 4, you count semua ni ada berapa leave, that will be the total number of students. Okay. Alright, let's see what it says here. Murid yang dapat selebih-lebih, what is selebih-lebih? What's the meaning selebih-lebih? In English, we call it at most. Selebih-lebih at most. Okay, at most. So at most means the symbol is smaller or equals. Okay, selebih-lebih means tak boleh lebih daripada 80, but it has to be less than or equals. Okay, lebih kecil atau sama dengan. Selebih-lebihnya 80 means kurang atau sama dengan. Okay, kurang sama dengan 80, what happens? Murid yang dapat kurang atau sama dengan 80, maka perlu menghadiri kelas pemilihan. Hitung peratus murid yang tidak perlu menghadiri kelas pemilihan. Okay, kalau kurang 80, kurang atau sama dengan 80, kena buat kelas pemulihan. Okay, tapi dia suruh cari peratus murid yang tak perlu. Tak perlu. So why not kita kira ada berapa, okay, untuk cari peratus, kita cari dulu bilangan murid yang tak perlu menghadiri kelas pemulihan, and then bahagi jumlah, and then darab 100 lah. Okay, okay, let's find out the jumlah first. Jumlah letak bawah sini ya. So jumlah ada berapa? So it become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the total is 25. Okay, jumlah 25 student. I sudah cakap the bilangan leave will be the bilangan student. Jumlah bilangan student. Okay, but out of the 25 student, how many tak menghadiri kelas pemilihan? How many out of 25? Berapa murid out of 25 tidak perlu menghadiri kelas pemilihan? Only those yang score more than 80. Because kalau less than sama dengan 80, dia kena pergi pemilihan, right? So I'll use red color to circle yang kena pergi pemilihan. So yang kena pergi pemilihan siapa? Ini semua kena pergi pemilihan. Ini semua tak boleh pakai, tak guna, tak guna, tak guna, tak guna. Because all less than 80 ya. Okay. Ini saya nak tanya. 80. This one. Ini dia ada pergi kelas pemulihan tak? Ini 80. Dia kena pergi atau tak payah pergi? Ini. The answer is kena pergi. Kena pergi. You know why? Because they said here, kalau you dapat kurang atau sama dengan 80, you kena pergi. So, kurang daripada 80 kena pergi, sama dengan 80 pun kena pergi. That's why it's kurang sama dengan. So, this one kena pergi. But 81 tak payah pergi. Ini bagus punya student. Ini semua bagus punya student. Ini semua tak payah pergi pemilihan, right? So, it means out of 25, how many student yang tak perlu pergi? Inilah. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 out of 25 student tak payah pergi kelas pemilihan. And you want to convert percentage, you just times 100. Okay. So tekan ni dapatlah jawapan. 1000 divide 25. Okay, my calculator give me 40. Tak ada jawapan. Wait, did I do it correctly? Then 1000. Okay, let me do it one more time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, it's 24 the jumlah. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh my God, it's 24. So let me betulkan myself. 1000 divided 24. Oh, it's 40. Tak dapat juga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, where did I do wrong? Selebih-lebihnya 80 marks. It means less than 80, less than or sama dengan 80, you kena pergi lah. Correct ah? Okay, so uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ah? Oh my God, there's a 7 here. Oh my God. My pen covered it already. Oh my God. Ada satu lagi number sini lah. Ayo. So this one, because just now I think my line crossed like that. So I thought this one is like, yeah. Oh my God. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lah. This is 11. So sorry. So sorry. Okay, careless mistake. So let's tekan again. 1100 divide 24 times. Okay. Okay, my answer is 40. Okay, actually it's 25 numbers lah. It means, yeah, because if I removed yeah, so it should be 25. Okay. Then baru you dapat jawapan. Okay, so the answer is 44. Okay. Okay, sorry, I made a careless mistake just now because when I potong I how to say? I thought I potong the number, then I thought number tak ada dekat sini. Okay, so that's why I tak dapat answer. Okay, so this is the correct way. So sudah siap? Okay, let's continue. Number 22. Let's read the question first. Diagram 9 shows straight line OP parallel to straight line QR. When you see the word parallel, you need to straight away label. How you label? Put arrow, put arrow. And this arrow, why you have to put is to remind us that they have the same gradient. Parallel means gradient sama, alright? So the gradient of OP is equals to gradient of QR. Now they said determine the x-intercept of QR. Okay, this is Form 3, Chapter 9. Okay, lower form punya chapter, Form 3, the last chapter, Chapter 9. It's called straight line. Okay, how to find the x-intercept of QR? First of all, to find x-intercept, cara dia is you have to have the full equation of QR and then ganti y equals 0. Itu cara dia, right? Whenever you see in exam, they say find x-intercept, what you do? Take the full equation and then ganti y equals 0. But for this case, they are asking x-intercept of QR. So you need the full equation for QR and then ganti y equals 0, right? So now my job is to find equation of QR. And the equation of QR mesti jadi y equals mx plus c. Because this is a sengit line. When it's a sengit line, then the equation will look like this. Tapi saya tak ada M, saya tak ada C. So I cannot ganti y equals 0 sekarang. Because if I ganti y equals 0 sekarang, I cannot find the x also. I need to have my MC first. I need to have the full equation first. So how to find gradient QR? Guna gradient OP lah. Sebab O punya coordinate 0, 0. And how to find gradient of OP? It will be y. The formula for gradient is y minus y over x minus x. So 2 minus 0 over 6 minus 0. So the answer is 1 over 3, right? But this one is gradient of OP. What would be the gradient of QR? It will be the same, 1 over 3. Why same? Because I write here already. Gradient OP, gradient QR sama. And it's because they are parallel. That's why they have same gradient. Selari means kecerunan dia sama. So, apa saya boleh letak sini? Y sama dengan M 1 over 3X tambah C lah. Okay, C is the pintasan Y. If you look at the QR punya pintasan Y, dia ada dekat sini. This is the Y-intercept pintasan Y. And dia tak bagi. They never give us what is this, the pintasan Y, tak bagi, right? So I don't have the Y-intercept. Dia tak bagi. So macam mana? Okay, if they never give you the Y-intercept, it means kalau you guna mata tengok, tak dapat pintasan Y, it means you use your eyes to see the diagram tapi dia tak bagi, then you're forced to use another method, which is you have to sub the XY inside the equation, right? So kalau dia tak bagi, kalau you guna mata tengok tak dapat pintasan Y, you buat cara lain. Cara lain is you guna cara ganti masuk. Macam mana ganti? Okay, you tulis C macam ni and then you write passes through. PT means passes through, and you ganti satu point yang ada passes through line QR. But you kena guna point yang ada melalui point ni, ada passes through line ni. So the point yang saya guna is 96. Cannot use 62 or 00, tak boleh because these 2 point dia tak ada passes through. It never passes through the line QR, so cannot. You can only ganti masuk when the point got passes through that line. Okay, and why I ganti macam tu? Because when I ganti macam tu, my X later and Y later you can letak and then you can find your C already, right? Because if you want to find C, you need X and Y. Okay, so the Y is 6, so 6 equals to 1/3 bracket plus C, and the X is 9. Okay, now you can find your C. So jadi 6 equals 9 bahagi 3 is 3 plus C, so your C will be 6 minus 3, which is 3. It means this is 3. But you don't go and bulat D ah. You jangan pergi bulat D, you ingat sudah siap. No lah. Ini dia suruh cari X intercept, bukan Y intercept. Okay. So apa yang saya kena buat sekarang, write the 3, tengok balik baris ni, and then write the full equation first. Y equals 1/3x plus 3. Lepas tu cari X intercept. Because soalan ask to find X intercept, bukan Y intercept. So apa cara untuk cari X intercept? Saya sudah cakap tadi, you have to do Y equals 0, right? But first you need to find the full equation first. That is why I do all these things. That's why I do all this first, is to find the full equation of QR. Okay, now I already get the equation. Now we can just sub Y equals 0 because I'm trying to find X intercept. Okay, if I want to find X, I will pinna 3, become -3. So this is 1/3x. So how to find X? Becomes -3. This one 3 duduk bawah. Duduk bawah means divide. Divide hantar jadi times. So -3 times 3. And if you tekan, you get -9. So the answer is A. Right? Okay, done. Okay, number 23. What is this? Matrix. Yeah, from 5 chapter 2. Okay, given that 4m n -2 equals to 20 -8 56, find value of m plus n. Alright, I think you have to find your mn separately first. Cari m, cari n. Lepas tu baru ambil, after you find out your mn separately, and then tambah dua-dua lah. Okay, macam mana nak ambil matrix darab matrix? Okay, if you want to take matrix times matrix, you need to check the order. You need to write down the order of the matrix. What is order? Order means you write down how many row, how many column. So this matrix have 2 row, 1 column. Okay? Row means like yang macam ni. 2 rows. And how many column? 1 column. Okay, what about this matrix? How many rows? 1 row only. And how many column? 2 column. So this is 1 times 2. Right? Okay, you can only take, okay, these two matrix, dia hanya boleh darab bila nombor ni dengan nombor ni sama. When these two numbers same, then only these two matrix can times together. If the number here not same, then you cannot times, right? Okay, but this one is same lah, 1 dengan 1 same. So if same, you can cut, you left with 2 times 2. It means after you take this matrix times this matrix, you will end up getting a 2 row, 2 column matrix, 2 times 2. It means later your answer will look like this. 1 number here, 1 number here, 1 number like this, 2 times 2. Okay. Okay, what is the cara to darab? You have to take horizontal times vertical. So you will take, for example, if I have a AB like this, times with CD, horizontal times vertical, so it has to be A times C, B times D, like this. This is the method. Okay. But if you look at here, the horizontal only have 1 number. Then 1 number only. Then it's just 1 number, right? So it's just 4 times n. So 4n, right? And then first row, second column, 4 times -2. So the one right here, right? Okay. Yeah. When you take first row, second column, of course you write at this position also, first row, second column. Okay, and then now repeat the same process, but this time with the second row. Second row, first column. So m times n. So mn. Tulis dekat sini lah. Sebab you second row, first column, right? And then m times -2, you are taking second row times second column. So second row, second column. You tulis dekat sini lah, right? So dia akan jadi m darab -2, -2m. And don't forget, this thing can compare with this. Dia boleh banding dengan jawapan ni, right? Kenapa boleh banding? Sebab dia kata ini darab ni dapat ni kan. So it means that this whole thing is equal to this, right? So what happens when you banding? So it means 4n equals to 20 lah. Okay. Yeah. So atas kiri punya number sama dengan atas kiri punya number. Okay, atas kanan punya number is 4 times -2, which is -8. Right? So ngam lah, betul lah. And then what is the next one? Mn sama dengan 15. Okay, bawah kiri Mn, bawah kiri -15. So Mn equals -15. Okay, one more. Bawah kanan -2m. So bawah kanan 6. So -2m is 6. Okay, don't forget you are trying to find m and n. So if I am you, I will just find my n from here. 20 divide 4, 5, and I'll just find my m from here. 6 bahagi -2, -3. This one I don't need already. Okay. Tapi kalau nak guna ni pun boleh lah. Kalau nak guna ni boleh juga. Just ganti the 5 masuk. And then you want to try m, you can also, you get the same answer. -15 divide 5, you dapat -3 also. Right? Okay, but if you want to do easily, this one no need to tengok pun. From these two, you can already get your mn. Right? Okay, the final step, m plus n. So what is -3 plus 5? +2. Okay. Don't forget to take M plus N. The soalan ask you to tambah kan. So the answer for 23 is B, boy. Okay, moving on. 24. Diagram 10 shows a distance time graph. Okay, this is a Form 4 chapter. It's called Graph of Motion. Chapter 7, bab 7. The chapter Graph of Motion, the one yang you belajar apa distance time graph, speed time graph, itulah. Okay, this is a distance time graph. So DTG of the route from Azman's house to his working place. Okay, if I am you, I will highlight and explain. I will highlight to explain. So I will highlight this, and I will write Azman house. Okay, this red color is Azman house. And then I will highlight yang atas. I will highlight yang atas and write this. I use different color. So this one I will write working place. Okay, working place. So work place. Okay, so dia start dekat sini and then dia mau pergi dia punya workplace, alright? Okay, let's study the diagram first. What happens during here? What happens here? So you can see that the time increases and then the distance is also changing while the time increases. It means what happens here? He starts moving. Yeah, he starts moving, right? So time is increasing, distance is also increasing, right? So this is moving. What about here? What happens here? The time is increasing, but the distance never change. The distance is never changed. There's no change in distance here. It means what happens here? Stop ataupun rest. Dia stop. Ataupun dalam bahasa Melayu, uh, stationary. I mean, dalam bahasa Melayu means berhenti lah, berhenti. Okay, stop. Sometimes we call it stationary. It's the same meaning, right? And then what about here? This one continue moving lah. Right? Okay, now let's see what it says. Setiap pagi Azman akan berhenti selama setengah jam. Oh, it means he's talking about this line lah, berhenti. So you can see that it start berhenti dekat 6:30. So kalau dia berhenti setengah jam, this must be 7 o'clock. Okay, 7. Di sebuah gerai makan untuk bersarapan. Okay, so this one is stop to makan. Jika laju purata tempat perjalanan Azman ke tempat kerja ialah 60, tentu nilai T. So what is laju purata? Average speed. So if they say average speed is 60 km per jam, it means the total distance bahagi total time will be 60 lah. Because that's the formula for average speed. Total distance over total time. Tapi you kena match the unit. The total distance must be in kilometer, total time kena in hours. Sebab then only because the 60 is in kilometer per hour. So your unit here, distance has to be kilometer, this one in hour also. Right? Okay, so this one they said laju purata for perjalanan Azman ke tempat kerja. So it's for the whole journey. So you have to find out the total distance, jumlah jarak for the whole journey and the total time for the whole journey. Okay, what's the total distance? 100. Because sini dia gerak 45 km, sini dia tak gerak, and then sini dia gerak another how many? 100 minus 45, let's press. Okay, 55, right? So sini dia gerak 55, right? And then sini dia gerak 45, right? So sini gerak 45, sini tak gerak, sini gerak 55. So 45 plus 55, 100 lah. So the total distance is 100 km. But you have to divide with the time in hours, right? Okay, but the time in hours is from here to here, right? The total time is from here to here. But we don't know how many hours here, right? So I'm just gonna write X because we don't know, right? So how to find X now? Pindah, dapatlah jawapan. Okay, X hantar jadi darab. So 60 times X like this. And then 60 move here, become divide. So 100 bahagi 60 dapat 5/3. 5/3 lah. Okay, and please tell me the 5/3 is in what unit? Is in hours, right? Okay, let me tell you what the 5/3 means. The 5/3 means 5/3 hours after 6 o'clock. That's what it means. Okay. It means the total time, jumlah masa yang diambil oleh Azman untuk sampai tempat kerja is 5/3 jam. Tapi dia start dekat 6 o'clock. So macam mana nak dapat T? You kena ambil 6 o'clock tambah dengan 5/3 hours. Okay. Tapi macam mana nak tahu 5/3 hours tu berapa jam? Okay, very easy. You convert to minutes. You convert to minutes. Okay. Because this one is hours, right? You convert to minutes. Okay, after you convert, you will understand. So you darab 60. Okay, your calculator will give you 100 minutes. Okay, can you tell me what is 6 o'clock plus with 100 minutes? Okay, let me tell you, 100 minutes is actually more than 1 hour. Betul tak? Sebab you punya 100 minutes sudah more than 60, right? So kalau sudah more than 60, you can minus 60 and you will get 40 minutes, right? It means the 100 minutes is actually 1 hour tambah dengan 40 minutes. Faham kan? Because it's like 100 minutes. 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 60 minutes plus 40 minutes, 100 minutes. Okay? Okay, now you have to take 6 o'clock plus with 1 hour 40 minutes. So it will be like this. Okay, but when you plus this one, have to separate one. So you get 740. Okay, because 0 plus 40 is 40, 6 plus 1, 7. So this is the time here. T is 0740. So the answer is D. Okay, D donkey. Okay, done. Okay, let's continue. Number 25. Diagram 11 shows two straight lines, x equals 2y, y equals negative 2 over 5, x plus 4, which are drawn on a Cartesian plan. Let's check. Okay, memang betul ada dua line, but they never write which equation. They never write which line is which equation, right? So let's write ourselves. This line confirm it will be x equals 2y. And then this other line will be y equals negative 2 or 5x plus 4. Macam mana saya tahu? How I know? How I know this one is this line? Why not this one I write in the other line? Okay, the reason is because I look at the y-intercept. Okay, I look at the y-intercept. So this one, the y-intercept is positive 4. So yeah, this one, this line, the y-intercept positive 4, right? So yeah, that's why this line is this one. And then the other one, automatic is this one lah. And the other line, the y-intercept is 0. Okay. Or you can also look at the gradient. Kalau you mau you nak tengok gradient pun boleh. So the grade if the line go like this, the gradient mesti positive. The line go like this, gradient mesti negative. So if you look at this line, the gradient is negative 2/5. So definitely the line have to go down. So definitely it's this one lah. It cannot be this one because this one the line going up. If the line go up like that, the gradient cannot be negative one. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so now I already labeled the equation. Now they say rantau manakah yang memuaskan ketaksamaan ini dengan ketaksamaan ini. Alright, kalau dia nak awak choose which rantau, you have to look at the inequality symbol. Right? Okay, if the line is like this, then you have to ambil atas is bigger, bawah smaller. If the line is like this, on the right side is bigger, the left side is smaller. But if the line is sengit, you tengok atas bawah. So atas is bigger, bawah smaller. If the line go down, atas bigger, bawah smaller. Right? But you have to look at you have to make sure y is positive. Okay, you have to make sure y is positive. So the first one is x bigger sama dengan 2y, right? It means I have to take atas garisan or bawah garisan. Okay, let me tell you common mistake. A lot of students, they will make this mistake. They will say, oh, sir, ambil atas garisan because bigger. And then they will go here and then they will say ambil atas. Okay, salah. You have to take bawah garisan. Even though it's bigger, you still have to take bawah garisan because your y is positive, but it's on the other side like this. It means you have to make sure y positive and tengok dari y. So what you have to do is you have to tengok dari sini. So imagine if you tengok dari sini, this is your eyes. Ini you punya mata, you tengok dari sini. So bila you tengok dari sini, okay, kalau you tengok dari sini is bigger lah. But you have to tengok from y positive. You have to tengok from y positive. That's why you tengok from the other side, then this one terbalik already. Dia jadi smaller. Okay, dia jadi smaller. It means kita kena pergi garisan ni, ambil bawah garisan. It means the rantau lorek will be sini dengan sini. Alright. Okay, let me explain using another way. The other way is you can terbalikkan the 2y and x. Terbalikkan. Okay. But when you terbalikkan, the symbol also have to terbalik, right? The way to look at it is like this. You look at the arrow here. Can you see the arrow? Dia punya ini tajam punya dia point dekat 2y kan? So kalau you terbalik pun dia kena still point dekat 2y macam ni. So sekarang you faham tak kenapa saya cakap smaller? Kenapa saya lorek bawah? Sebab tengok kalau masa you terbalik, you punya y positive dekat sini and bila you baca dia memang smaller. Right? Dia memang smaller. Okay? That is why you kena lorek bawah lah. Right? Okay, but it still haven't done yet. You have to check one more inequality. Ada satu lagi kawasan lorek yang awak tak check lagi. So let's check this one. Same thing, let's check whether y positive or not. So kalau you tengok ni, y memang sudah positif. So kalau y positif, boleh tengok dari y, so boleh terus tengok. So kalau you terus tengok, ini you dapat bigger lah. So which line? This line. Tapi dia kata bigger. So kalau bigger means you lorek atas kan. So lorek sini dengan sini. Right? Okay, tapi which one is the answer? Of course 3 is the answer because this is the overlap region. Right? Overlap. You choose, you bukan tengok ini sahaja tau. You kena tengok ini dengan ni. Dia kena dua-dua overlap. So yang dua-dua overlap is 3 lah. 2 tak boleh. 2 cannot because 2 only satisfy one of the inequality. 4 also cannot because also only satisfy one. One lagi tak boleh lah. The one doesn't satisfy any of the inequality. You have to choose the one that satisfy all the inequalities. In this case got 2 lah. got two inequalities. So the only region that satisfies both the inequalities is this region right here, the 3. Okay. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, let's continue. Number 26. This is a variation question. So let's read the question. It is given that y varies directly as cube of x. When we are doing variation and they tell you directly or inversely, you can straight away write down your variation. So y varies directly. Directly means tulis atas. Okay, secara langsung. Cube of x means kuasa 3. So x power 3 like this. Right? And then they say which of the following table represents the relationship between x and y. Okay, this one I will there's a okay, the way I teach is like this. Okay, the way I do it is like this. I first tukar simbol ni jadi equal, and you all know, right? When you tukar equal, you kena letak k, and when you letak k like this, it's a hubungan dia darab, so it will be k times x power 3. But what I would like to do for this type of question is I will try to find k, but I know later you not able to find k, right? But you just pindah saja. Okay, you just pindah saja. Okay, usually for variation question, kalau dia ada bagi y ada x, you can just straight away sub inside and then find k, right? But this is another type of question. This one is like they never give you any information. They just ask you which of this is correct. So the way I do it is I will first find k, jadikan k single, so it becomes y over x power 3, right? And now what I'll do is I'll use this formula to check whether A is the answer or not, right? How to check? Okay, let's try with okay, the A says what? When x is 1, y is 32. So let's find the k. Let's find the k. So it will be the k formula is y over x power 3, right? So you just masuk saja y is 32 and then x is 1 like this, right? And if you tekan this, your k will be 32, right? Your k will be 32. So now you remember this answer, and then you try with the next one, 216. And you will use the same formula, k equals y over x power 3. But this time your y is 16, and then your x is 2. And don't forget the 2 have to power 3, yeah? So 2 power 3 is 8, 16 divided 8 is 2. Okay, if your k answer here and your k answer is not the same, then you know this is wrong already, right? So which one would be the answer? Okay, if you try with all these three, you k get all same, then that's your answer. Faham kan? So this is how I would do it. Okay, let's try with B now. Same formula. Your k formula is what? Y over x power 3, right? It means all these later, all these x have to power 3 later. Okay, so the y is 30, the x is 2. So if you ganti this, what you get for your k? Your k, you will get 30 divided 8, which is, I don't know, let's use calculator. 30 divided 8, 15 over 4. Ataupun 3.75 lah. So let's write 15 over 4. And we will try again. But this time we use the next, okay, oops. This time I will try using the other one, the 325. So the y this time is 25, this one is 3, right? So let's tekan 25, divide 3 power 3 and see whether I get same k or not. So 25 divide 27. Okay, I get different. I get 25 or 27. Can you see this k and this k is not same? So B confirm wrong. Okay, B confirm wrong. So let's try with C lah. So the C is this one. So same thing. You do k equals to y over x power 3. Okay, because I do this already, so I use this k equals, okay, the y is 36, the x is 3. 3 power 3, 27, 36 divided 27. My calculator give me 4 over 3. It means if I use this xy, my k will dapat 4 over 3. I will get 4 over 3. Okay, what about the other one? Okay, the other one you try one. You try and see whether you get the same or not. If you don't get the same, means this is wrong. This answer tak betul already. Okay, so the y is 100. Okay, and then the x is 5. Okay, what is 100 divide 125? Okay, my calculator give me 4 over 5. So you know this is wrong lah. You know this is wrong. Why? Because this k and this k is not same, right? So C is wrong. Okay, so the correct answer is D lah, right? Okay, now but I want to explain also, right? I want to explain using the same way also, so that you betul-betul faham. So let's try to use the formula, and believe me, when you sub all these three inside, you will get same k answer later. All these three you will get same k answer. Okay, because if you don't means there's no answer for this question already. Okay, confirm you get same one. Okay, the y is 24, the k is 2. So let's see what we get here. 24 divide 8, 3. So this one your k dapat 3. What if you ganti the other one? This one you sub the y you sub 81, and then here you sub 3. So what you get here? So you can press calculator, 81 divide 27. You get 3 also. Yeah, so the k is 3 also. So it's the same with the k just now. Huh? Okay, now let's try again. This time the y is 192, the x is 4. So let me use my calculator. 192 divide 4 power 3. Oh, 3 also. So you can see that the k is really same all the way. For every set of values, when you ganti masuk, you get the same k value. So D is the answer lah. Because they ask which represents the relationship between x and y. So D lah. D is the correct answer, right? Because when you sub inside, you get k same answer for every set. Every set of values here give you the same k answer. So that is the correct answer. Okay. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, I want to continue with 27. Okay, let's read the English version. A set of data consists 20 positive numbers, so the n is 20. Okay. Given that the sum of bracket x minus mean to the bracket square is 800. Okay, this information. And then the sum of x square is 3220. Calculate the mean of data. So n is 20. They give you sum of x square. They give you this. Calculate the mean. Okay. How should I do this? First of all, let's talk about this first. What is this? What's this sum of x minus mean square? Okay, this one is actually you will use this in the formula for variance. Okay, let's talk about variance. Okay, variance punya formula is this sum of x square over n minus mean square for ungrouped data lah. For data yang tak ada frequency, this is the formula. Tapi kalau ada frequency then you have to take sum of fx square divide sum of f macam tu. Kalau ada frequency. But this one is ungrouped data. So that's why I just I just I just write this formula. So we'll use this formula. So this is the formula that we always use kalau kita nak cari variance. So this formula is what it means you have to take all the data square dulu, lepas tu jumlahkan, tambah semua, and then bahagi n minus mean square. Right? Okay, there is another formula for variance yang kita jarang guna, which is sum of bracket x minus mean square over n. Okay, this formula is also formula for variance. And if you do like that and you do like that, you will get the same answer, right? But this formula, we seldom use this. Kita jarang guna. Sebab, yeah, if we just don't use it as much, right? Most of the time we do it like this, right? But this question, we are forced to do it like this because they give us the 800 is like, dia sudah ambil x tolak mean square jumlahkan semua already. So if we use this formula, then we cannot find the variance later because the 800 the 800 cannot muscle into anywhere, right? So I think later I am forced to use this formula, all right? Because they give us, otherwise I cannot use the 800 information. I cannot, if I don't use this formula, I cannot use the 800 information. Okay, so what I need to do now, they want you calculate mean, right? So we all know the formula for mean. If it's ungrouped data, it will be sum of x divide n, right? So how okay. Okay, let's find the variance because we already have this, right? So we can just use this formula. So we can find our variance now. Just take 800, divide n, which is divide n, which is 20. Okay, and you straight away get your variance 40, right? But they want to find mean, right? So what I will do now? Okay, you remember just now I told you variance got two formula, but I told you, right, doesn't matter you use which formula also, you will get the same answer. It means if you do this also, you will get the same answer. That means I can use this formula now to find mean. Because I already have variance 40, I already have sum of x squared 3220. The n also I have already, only mean sahaja yang tak ada. So I can use this formula again, but this time I will have the answer, right? Because I already get the variance 40. So it becomes 40 equals to what? Okay, the sum of x squared is 3220. And then over n I know already is 20 minus mean square, right? Tapi mean tak ada. Okay, tak apa. Tak apa, it's okay. If you don't have the mean, it's okay because you have the answer already. So you can just pindah. Okay, if I am you, I will make my mean positive because I'm trying to find mean. Now my mean is negative. So what I'll do, I'll pindah this one to the other side like this. And when I pindah, when I move over here, become positive mean square. And then the 40 moves sana lah. So when the 40 moves sana, it becomes what? It becomes 3220 over 20 plus 40 become minus 40. Okay, so now what is mean square? Tekan ni lah. So let's press this in the calculator. 3220 over 20 minus 40. Okay, my calculator give me 1 to 1. So this is 1 to 1. Okay, how to find mean now? Okay, pindah square jadi square root. So if you tekan square root 1 to 1, you will get 11. So the mean is 11. Okay. Alright. So mean mesti positive mean tak boleh negative kan. Right. So number 27, this is the answer. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, let's move on. 28. Diagram 12 shows part of the graph of trigonometric function. This is obviously trigonometry chapter and they ask graph question. Okay. Alright, so dia ada bagi graph sini. Which trigonometric function represent the graph in diagram 12? Okay, let's look at this. 2 sine 2x plus 1, 3 sine 2x plus 1, 3 sine 2 sine 3x plus 1, 3 sine 3x plus 1. Confirm not 2x. It's either C or D. Amplitude will be the distance here to here. So the answer is D. Yeah, that's the answer. Okay. Okay. Of course, I need to explain for you lah. Because if I just do like that and move on, then okay, most of you might not get it, right? So I will explain fully how I get it. First thing first, we all know this is a sine graph. Confirm is a sine graph. So if sine graph, the equation will look like this: a sine bx plus c. Why I say confirm sine graph is because of this shape. This shape only appears in sine graph. Okay, but you need to know what is the a, b, and c, right? Okay, a will be the amplitude, right? Or you can say yeah, amplitude, okay? And then b is the number of cycle in 360. Number of cycle in 360 degree. And C is the y-intercept. You can actually say it's the y-intercept, but it's better if I say it's like this: move up, move down, like that. If the C positive means the whole graph have to move up, and then if the C is negative, whole graph have to move down. Okay, so what I nampak here is automatic. I can find my A already. There is the formula to find A actually. You take the maximum value minus the minimum value divide 2. Okay, not many people know this formula. Okay, but it's very helpful. So the maximum will be 4, minimum is negative 2. So 4 minus negative 2 divide 2, and you get 3. It means the amplitude is 3, right? So that's why, okay, wait. So that is why the amplitude A is 3. So confirm this is wrong. This is also wrong, right? Okay, now let's talk about, oh, by the way, some student, they will make this mistake. They will say like, oh, sir, the A is not 4. The amplitude is 4, right? Because this is 4. Or maybe some student will say, hey, sir, bukan negative 2. No, no, no. Amplitude is the distance from the center line to the minimum value, ataupun center here. And if you kira here is 3 unit, right? So the correct way to do it is ambil distance from center line to the maximum. Or you want to use this formula also can. This formula very useful one. So you can straight away do this and then get the amplitude. Okay, now that I know the A is 3 already. But what about B? B is the number of cycle in 360. Okay, if you look at this, one cycle is from here to here. This is one cycle. Okay, one cycle. Okay, one complete cycle sine graph, this is how it looks like, right? But I don't even know what is the value here. I don't know. Okay, but this value will be the period. What is period? Period is the horizontal length of one cycle. That's period. Okay. In other words, period is the time taken to reach one cycle. And I don't know this one how much, right? Okay. But actually I know it's 120. Let me tell you why I know. It's because by the time you reach 180, you already complete one cycle and a half. This one is half cycle, right? Because can you see this is half a graph, right? So can you tell me in 360 degrees, how many will you complete? How many cycle you complete? It will be 3 cycle, right? Why? Because in 180 degree, you complete 1.5. It means half, 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 right? So by the time you reach 360, it will be another half, 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 half. So in total got three cycle lah. 1 cycle, 2 cycle, and then 3 cycle, right? Half, 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 like that, right? That is why the number of cycle in 360 is 3. That's why the answer is D. Okay. Okay. Now I want to explain why I know this is 120. It's because there is a formula to find period. Yeah, the formula is 360 bahagi B. Okay, I will tell you again what's period. Period is the horizontal length ataupun horizontal distance for one cycle. And if one cycle is here, then the period will be this, right? So what's the formula? 360 divided B. And since I already know the B is 3, so 360 divided 3 is 120. That's why this is 120. It means by the time you reach 120, you will complete one full sine graph. Okay, but by the time you reach 360, you complete 3 sine graph lah. That's why the B is 3 lah. Okay, like that. So that's why the answer is D. Okay, B tak boleh because they put sine 2x. Okay, cannot. Yeah, sine 2x. Sine 2x, the period will not be here. If sine 2x, the period will be at 180. Yeah, the period will be at 180. It means one cycle here, the period will be 180. And by the time you reach 360, there will be two sine graph. Okay, if the b is 2 lah. Okay, but this one the case, this one the b is 3, so that's why the correct answer is D, donkey. Okay, hope you understand. Let's continue. Okay, let's do 29. Diagram 13 shows a square hijab ABCD purchased by Rosna. So if this is a square automatic, I have to know semua sama panjang. So 60, 60, sini pun 60, sini pun 60, 60 also. There are two circle P and Q painted on the hijab. So one circle P, one circle Q is painted on the hijab, right? Okay, and then they got put like shaded region here, right? Okay, let's see what they want. Diberi luas bulatan P dan bulatan Q is 1386154. So bulatan P, the total luas 13886. So it's the whole circle lah. This one is the area of the whole circle luas. And then for bulatan Q, the whole circle 154 cm square is the luas, the area. Okay, they say hitung luas dalam cm square kawasan yang tidak lorek. Okay, how to find the luas yang tidak lorek? It means I have to ambil luas, I have to ambil luas sini, 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 right? Okay, if you look at this circle, can you see they are potong macam ni? It means I can find the luas. Okay, okay. I think I know how. First, I take 1386, I divide 2 lah. You know why, right? Because if you look at the shaded region, it's here and here, right? And imagine if this area you reflect atas, then it becomes like this, right? So your shaded region is actually half the circle. You can you imagine it? Sebenarnya you punya kawasan lorek adalah setengah. Okay, setengah daripada circle ni. Because it's actually, because we all know circle the other 4 quadrant, right? So like that is if you take 2 quadrant, then it's half the circle. Okay, so they are taking 2 quadrant lah, right? So what you can do is you take 1386 bahagi 2, you terus dapat dah area of shaded region. So if you tekan this one, you get 693 cm square, of course, right? Okay, let me tell you what is 693 first. 693 is the what? Is the area of shaded region, but it's also the area of these two, the unshaded region. Okay, so that means the area here plus here will be 693, and we can do the same for 154 divide 2. Okay, let's press calculator, see what we get. 77. And what is 77? 77 is actually half the circle punya area, which means this area of unshaded, these two is, when you combine these two, you get half the circle. So it's 77, right? Cm square. But you cannot just take ini tambah ini. You kena tambah lagi dengan satu benda, which is the outside. This one also kawasan yang tak berlorek kan? Okay, so how? Oh, let's find the area of the whole square. 60 times 60. 60 cm times 60 cm is 3600 cm square, right? Okay, but this is the whole circle area. So I think I have to take 3600. So actually, 3600 is the whole thing. So I think the method is you have to minus with the shaded region, right? But yeah, the shaded region is actually half of the circle P. And we already know half the circle P area is 693. Because I just take the 1386. 1386 is the full area. I just minus half lah. And then minus lagi half of the circle Q, which is 77. Understand, right? Because the full circle Q area is 154. So I need to minus the shaded region. And since the shaded region combined is half the circle, so you just minus half of 154 lah, minus 77. So if you press this, you'll get the answer already. Okay? 3600 minus 693 minus. Okay, my calculator give me 2830. So the answer is very obvious. C is the answer. Okay. All right. Hope you understand. All right. Let's continue with question 30. Okay. Let's read the question. Raja 14 menunjukkan pelan lantai sebuah tanah yang hentak dijadikan kawasan parking. Okay. So this is a pelan. It means like a top view of a parking space. Dilukis dengan skala 1:200. Okay. This is definitely a scale drawing punya soalan. So scale drawing is form 3. Yeah, form 3 chapter. So whenever we write scale drawing, cara kita tulis is image ratio object. It means the image ratio is 1, object ratio is 200. And then it says kawasan berwarna putih merupakan kawasan laluan iaitu kawasan larangan parking. So the putih punya kawasan is tak boleh parking punya lah. Alright. Okay, and then it says what? Pemilik tanah berhasrat membuat kotak parking dengan dimensi 2.5 meter times 5 meter per kotak. Dan akan mengenakan bayaran parking sebanyak RM3 per jam bagi setiap kenderaan. Hitung kutipan bayaran parking maksimum dalam RM yang boleh diperoleh dalam 1 jam. Alright. Satu kotak parking RM3 for per jam. It means if you park for 1 hour, you get RM3 per jam. And then they say hitung kutipan bayaran parking maksimum yang boleh diperoleh dalam 1 jam. So we need to know how many kotak parking lah. Correct ah? Because one kotak you will earn RM3 per jam. So if you have 2 kotak, then it's like RM6 lah. If got 5 kotak, then 5 times 3. So we need to know got how many kotak parking, right? So first thing first is to find how many kotak parking. Lepas cari berapa parking, kotak parking, and then darab 3, right? But how to find berapa kotak parking? Okay, they got say the kotak parking punya dimensi is this one, 2.5 meter times 5 meter, right? But if you look at the diagram, everything is in cm. But in this one, it's in meter. So I think it's better if I convert everything to cm, right? Okay, so 2.5 meter is actually 2000 times 100. Meter to cm times 100. So 250 cm times 500 cm, right? Just make sure everything is in cm so that we don't have any problem later, okay? So everything is in cm, everything is same unit, but they did mention something about the scale, right? So they say this is a plan, remember? Plan. So it means this is not the real size, right? This is not the real size. It doesn't make sense, huh? Hey, how can the parking space is like 16.5 cm? This one cannot even fit one car, right? So this is just a scale, right? So this is not the real size. So what we need to know is image object is the real size. Okay, the actual size, the real size. Image means the not real one lah. Okay, so I will just use drawing. Okay, drawing ataupun plan ataupun like, yeah, it's not real lah. It means not real. So that is why the image ratio is 1. It's smaller, right? It's smaller, but the real size is like 200, is bigger, right? So it makes sense, right? Because usually when you draw in a piece of paper, you will make it smaller, so it's easier to draw, right? Takkan like you draw bigger than the actual size, right? You usually draw smaller. So the size is like 200 times smaller. Okay, the image. That's why the image ratio is 1. The real actual size ratio is 200. So what we can do now, this one is the real actual size. This one, 250 cm times 500 cm. So we can actually use this formula. 1:200 means 1/200. And then since this is the actual size of the parking, I will put it at the object. And the formula is image divide object. So this is the object, the real size. So the 250, I'll put it here. And the image, I don't know, I'll just call it X. So how to find X? You just pindah atas, it becomes 250 times 1/200. It means 250 divide 200. So I get 1.25. And automatic is in cm1. Okay, it's in cm. That means the 250 cm is the real size. But when you draw it, you will only draw 1.25 cm later. Okay, and this is the drawing. They already said this is the plan, right? So later when I draw it, it's only 1.25 cm. Then what about the 500? You will do the same thing, 1/200, because this is the scale. And the formula is image divide object. And the 500 is the real size, so that's the object. So for the image, I'll just call it y this time. So same thing, I pindah sini. 1/200 times 500. Use your calculator. All right, I got it, 2.5, right? So my y is 2.5 cm. So now I know the parking size in drawing size, right? Because this one is the real actual size. So I already convert to the drawing size, okay, the image size. So now we can label inside this diagram. This diagram, they already said it's a plan. It means this is not the real size. Ini semua 1.5, 16.5, ini semua bukan real size, right? So I can see that this is 1.5 and this whole thing is 6.5, right? Yeah, because it's same with this, right? So I can take 6.5 minus 1.5, and these two lines right here means that they are same length. So you can take 6.5 minus 1.5 and you get 5. And then divide 2 lah, because these two sama panjang. So this is 2.5, 2.5, right? And kebetulan, they already said this one no parking, right? And kebetulan, they already said the parking dimension is 2.5 cm and 1.25 cm. It means this is 2.5 and the kotak here, the length here is 1.25 cm when you draw it lah, right? So it's like one parking space is like this, right? But macam mana? Okay, how can I know can fit how many parking space here? So can fit how many? Well, you can find the area of this whole rectangle and then divide with one area like this lah, right? So how to find the area of this whole rectangle? It will be 16.5 times 2.5, right? So 16.5 times 2.5 bracket, right? Then you will get the area of this whole rectangle. But you have to divide with what? Divide with area of one parking space. Okay, then I can know how many parking space I can fit here. Okay, sebab saya nak tahu ada berapa kotak parking saya boleh letak sini. So I have to divide with one parking space, which is 2.5 times 1.25, I guess, right? But I recommend you don't tekan the whole thing lah. You tekan atas dulu. 16.5 times 2.5. So you will get 41.25. This is the area of the whole rectangle. Divide with the area of one kotak parking space, 2.5 times 1.25. Okay, this one is 3.125. So now I bahagi lah. I bahagi. So when I bahagi, I get 13.2. So it means that it can fit how many parking space here? How many kotak parking I can fit? 13. Okay. But there's another rectangle here and it's the same size, right? So it means you can fit another 13 parking space here. So in total, you can fit 26 because 13 plus 13 is 26 parking space, right? But they are asking you to find kuteran bayaran parking maximum dalam RM. So if satu kotak you earn 3 ringgit per jam. So 26 kotak you earn how many per jam? You 26 times 3 lah. And if you press this, you will get 78, right? So that's why the answer is C. Okay. So I want to sudah siap lah. That's the answer. But I want to mention something. When you're using this formula, this 1 over 200 equals to x over 250. If you're using this method to do, make sure you put in the panjang here, the length. Okay, the panjang. You cannot letak area one if you're using this. All right, always letak panjang. So you please, if you want to take 250 times 500, you want to tekan this one times dulu, then you cannot put it in already because when you times, it becomes area. Okay, so for area, you have to use another formula, which is the scale drawing would be it would be like area of k equals to square root area. There will be a square root already, right? Yeah, because area of, when you take area of image divide area of object, you are getting the k square. Okay, so if you want to use this formula, you have to put a square root lah. Okay, because the k square, the square move over becomes square root, right? So remember, the safest way is to don't use the area, use the panjang. If you use the panjang, then you don't have any problem. Okay, you just do it like me lah. So everything I just use cm, cm, cm. I never use cm square. Okay, everything I just use panjang. After I get the panjang, then only I do the calculation, then I get the answer. Okay, sudah siap? Okay, let's continue. 31. So what it says, diagram 15 shows a regular hexagon RSTUVW. Okay, this word is very, very important. Regular in Bahasa Melayu, sekata. Sekata means all the side here sama panjang. Okay, regular. Okay, so sama panjang, what it says here. Locus J ialah satu titik yang bergerak dengan jarak sentiasa sama dari garis RS dan garis RW. So RS, RW, locus J. Okay, I don't want to talk about this question. I give you the nota for locus first. So for locus, if they give you one fixed point, one fixed point, then the locus will be a circle, all right? But but the circle punya radius, the soalan will tell you. The question will tell you what's the radius of the circle, right? So for example, if they say 2 unit, then you open your compass 2 unit and then you draw a circle, right? This one is if they give you 1 point. All right. Another one is when they give you 2 points, right? So this one is like from let's say from A lah, from A. Let's call this A. Okay. Another one is like, let's say is they give you 2 points A, B, and the soalan will mention something like this from A and B. Okay. Okay. To be more specific, they will say equidistance lah, equidistant from A and B. So if they mention like that, what you do is you draw perpendicular bisector. What is perpendicular bisector? It means you will draw a line in the middle, cut this AB line in half. Right, cut this in half, and yeah, you just and it will passes through the AB punya midpoint lah. Right, so this is how you do it. Right, okay, what if they give you a line, for example AB? This one they will mention like this in the soalan, from line AB. Okay, if they mention like this, you have to draw 2 lines parallel to this line, right? But what is the distance here? Okay, don't worry, the soalan will tell you. So let me give you the contoh soalan. They will say like, the locus has to be, contoh, 3 units from line AB. Okay, from line AB. So what you do, you go to line AB and then uh, draw one line, draw two lines that is 3 units away from this AB line. Okay, 3 units away. Because they say 3 units from line AB, so that's all. Okay? Can you see the difference between this and this? This one is dia bagi dua point from point A and point B. This one is from a line. So that's the difference. This one is from a line. This one is from two different points. So it's different. Okay, next one is they will give you two lines. Let's call this A, B, C, D. So the soalan will look like this. They will say from line A, B, and C, D. Okay. But actually, the full soalan, they will mention the word equidistant one. They will say, okay, draw a, let's say, they will say like, draw the locus, and the locus have to be equidistant from A, B, and C, D. So you will do what? Just go to these two lines, draw a line in the middle like this. Right? It has to be exactly half in the middle. Okay, so these are my notes. Okay, ada lagi. Another one is like this. When they give you like this, right? And let's call this ABC, right? So when they give you an angle like this, right? So what you have to do is you have to draw a line that cut in the middle like this, cut in the middle like this. This will be the locus, right? And this line we call it bisector. Okay, bisector. So the line will cut in the middle. Cut in the middle. Okay, if the angle like this, just cut in the middle. And you need a compass to draw this. Okay, the way we do it is like this. We show here, we take the compass, the jangka lukis, cucuk here, and then the pencil lukis here, lukis sini. And then now the tajam one have to cucuk here, lukis sini, and then tajam one cucuk here, lukis sini, and then draw, right? And this line will be exactly middle. If you do it correctly lah, then you will get like this. And that bisector line, that is the locus, right? Okay, so these are the basic of the locus lah. These are all things you need to know if you want to jawab this question. So let's look at this question now. So this says locus L ialah satu titik yang bergerak dengan jarak sentiasa sama dari garis RS dan RW. Can you tell me this question is type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 or type 5? Tengok dia kata dari siapa? Dari siapa? Dari RS dan RW. Garis dari garis. So dari dua line. So obviously it's type number 4, right? Yeah, type number 4. But actually it can be type number 5 also. So you look at what's garis, RS and RW. So let's go to the diagram and find RS and RW. RS is this one, RW is this one. So can you see this is the one I tell you just now, right? Is the type number 5 punya soalan. They give you two lines like this and you have to draw the line in the middle. So if this is RS, this is RW, the locus will be the bisector line, right? And of course, if you have compass, then you use compass lah. But let me tell you, even if you use compass, it will be exactly like this one. Yeah, it will be because this is a regular hexagon, all sides same length. So if you cut this in half, confirm it will be like this one. Exactly passes through point U. So I can call this my locus, locus J. Okay, and then they say what locus K ialah satu titik yang bergerak dengan jarak sentiasa sama dari S dan U. You see, dari S dan U, dari titik okay, dari titik S dan U. So which one? Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5. Type number 2, right? Dari dua points, you see, from 2 points. So what you have to do? Perpendicular bisector, right? But they say from S and U. So go to SU, do perpendicular bisector. So this is S, this is U. The perpendicular bisector will be the line yang passes through the middle lah. Cut it in middle. So it will be this line right here, the WT line. So this is your locus K. Okay. So I want you all to make sure you know the difference between this and this. This one is from 2 points. This one is from 2 lines. It's not the same. Okay. And this one also, this one is from a line, from a line, right? This one is from 2 points. Okay. Ini from A and B. Ini from AB. Okay. Ini from garisan. Ini from dua titik. So it's not the same. Alright. So hope you understand. Okay. Now what this is? Antara berikut yang manakah benar bagi locus J dan K. So which one is correct? So locus J is the RU line. So I think A is the answer. Okay, B is also possible, right? C and D confirm wrong. Okay, what about locus K? Locus K I draw just now is the WT line. So this one, this one TR wrong. So B is the answer. Okay, and make sure you remember all these different types of locus. Okay, okay, sudah siap. Okay, let's do 32. Diagram 16 is a Venn diagram showing PQR such that the universal set is P union Q union R. Okay, no problem. Which of the following represents the shaded area? So this is the shaded area. So how can we do this question? Okay, let's check for A first. A, this is P intersect R union Q. So there's no bracket, so it means I have to do P intersect R, which is here lah. This is the answer for P intersect R. But union Q. Union Q means I have to combine this region with the Q region. So definitely A wrong already. Because when the final answer will be here, here, and here. So it's not same, it doesn't match with the shaded region yang dia buat dekat sini. So A confirm wrong. Let's try with B. P intersect R intersect Q complement. P intersect R kena buat dulu. P intersect R is here, right? This is P intersect R. Okay? But I have to intersect with Q complement. So Q complement means everything except Q. So it will be everything except Q. So everything except Q. So something like this. Everything except Q like this. And they want the intersection. So the answer will be here lah, right? Because this is the region where the overlap region between the two okay, the P intersect R region is the black color one, right? And then the Q complement is the red color one, and then intersect you have to take the overlap. So this is the answer, right? So it matched with the shaded region, so B is the answer, right? Okay, C and D you no need to try already because this is like paper one, right? So you don't have to waste your time. You already know your answer. Just move on. Okay, just check already. But if you want to try C and D, you can try it yourself lah. But you will not get this same region right here. You will get some other region. Okay, so yeah. Okay, done. Okay, 33. Let's do the English. Read the English version. Read one bought a car worth 70,000 on Ringgit. He has paid 7,000 as down payment. So 7,000 Ringgit already paid already. Okay. And then the monthly installment for his loan is 793.33. Loan means pinjaman, right? Yeah, because he already said paid 7,000 himself. So the balance, he will go to pinjam from bank and then he will pay it monthly. And this is the monthly installment. Okay, if the interest rate charged by bank is 4% per annum, how many years does REIT one need to make the payment to the bank? Okay, first of all, let's kira how many he pinjam from bank. 70,000 minus 7,000, right? So if you press this, what you get? My calculator give me 63,000. So he go to the bank and he asked bank to pinjam him 63,000. But when you pinjam from bank, when you pinjam 63,000 from bank, you have to pay it back more than 63,000. Maksudnya kalau you pinjam 63K dari bank, tapi bila you pulang kepada bank, you kena pulang lebih sikit sebab ada interest. Okay, sebab ada interest. Alright. So the 63,000 kena tambah dengan interest, right? And the interest will be 63,000. The formula for interest is PRT, right? So the formula I use is I equals PRT lah. So P is 63,000 lah. R is the rate, which is 0.04. Because 4% means 4 divided 100. And T dia suruh carikan how many years. So T, I don't know. Okay, when I tekan this, I will get a value here. But this value, is it the monthly installment? No. Okay, this is not the monthly installment. What you get here is the money yang you kena pulang kepada bank. The total amount you have to pay in the bank, the total. Okay, not just for 1 month, the total. Okay, tak apa, we kira first. Okay, we do this one first. Okay, the 63,000 tak boleh tambah dengan 63,000. Ini tak boleh tekan. Because you have to do darab first. So the 63,000 cannot do, but this one and this one can do. So when you times 0.04, you get 2520T. Okay. And I already mentioned just now, what is this? This is not the monthly installment. This is the total yang you kena pulang kepada bank. Maksudnya you pinjam 63,000. Tapi bila you pulang kepada bank, you pulang 63,000 tambah 2520T because got interest. That's why you when you pulangkan dia ada charge lah, ada extra charge. You kena bayar balik extra sikit, right? So can you tell me how to link this with the monthly installment? Okay, monthly installment means satu bulan you bayar ini kepada bank, right? So, can I write equals to 793.33? Cannot lah, this is wrong. Ini salah. Kalau tulis macam ini salah. So, the 793.33 you have to times 12. So, you get for 1 year and then times T. Right? Ini baru betul. Right? So, this is how you do it. Okay? Let me explain a bit. This is the jumlah total, this is the jumlah amount yang you kena pulang kepada bank. Ataupun dalam English, the total loan repayment. Okay, the total amount you have to pay back to the bank, right? But this 793.33 is the total amount you have to pay to the bank for 1 month only, right? So this one, when you times 12, you will get for 1 year and then times with T, because that's the amount of years he will pay back to the bank. Then only you get the total amount. That is why like this, right? Okay, some student, maybe they don't want to write like this. Maybe they want to write like this. Bahagi 12 times T, and then they can also. Okay, because if you write like this, later when you pindah atas pun dia jadi sama. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, now let's find for T now. Okay, this one and this one can tekan, right? So 793.33 times 12. Okay, my calculator give me 9519.96 T. And then this is 2520 T, this is 63,000. Okay, T dengan T boleh buat. So I'll move this over there, becomes 63,000. Okay, now I will press 9519.96 minus 2520. So I get 6,999,999.96 T. So how to find T? Just move this over, become bahagi lah, become divide. So 63K divide answer. Okay, my calculator give me 9.009 lah. So it's like 9.009 lah. So basically it's 9. So the 9 stands for 9 years. So the C is the answer. 9. Okay, that's how I would do it. Hope you understand. Let's continue. Okay, number 34. Susie works as a nurse at the clinic. Okay, her monthly salary is X. So X represents the monthly salary. She saves 10% of her monthly salary as a fixed monthly saving. So the 10% she won't spend, she will use it to she will save the money. 10% save. It means now she have remaining 90%. Her estimated monthly expenses is in the table. So these are all the belanjaan, the expenses. Okay. Now they say find value of X if the surplus is 2020. So this is the cash flow. Okay, the cash flow answer is 2030. So how do we find cash flow? Take total income minus total expenses, right? Okay, the total income is X, but actually no, it's 0.9X because the 10% went to saving. So the 10% she won't spend it. She will save in saving for emergency purpose. So the remaining income left for her to spend is 90%. So it's actually 90% times X. And 90 divide 100, if you press, you get 0.9. That's why I write 0.9X. But the 0.9X, you have to minus with the expenses 2000 and minus with 920. And they already give you the cash flow answer is 2030. It means even if you don't have X, it's okay because you have the answer. So you can pindah, and then cari X lah. And the soalan memang ask you to find X. Okay, first I will pindah the minus here, pindah become plus first. So what I will press now? 2030 plus 920 plus 2000. So let me press now. Plus 920 plus 2000. Okay, my calculator give me 4950. So 4950, I write here. And now I have to find X, so I have to take 4950 divide 0.9. Sebab sini hubungan dia darab, so darab hantar jadi bahagi. So you get 5,500. So the answer is D, donkey. Okay, okay, done. Okay, 35. A letter is chosen at random from the word biology. So I only choose one letter. Calculate the probability of choosing a vowel or a letter G. Okay, you need to understand what's OR. OR means you dapat vowel atau G. Atau means what? It means like you get it doesn't have to be vowel and G at the same time. And also it's not possible to get vowel and G lah. How is it possible? If you only choose one letter, how can you get a vowel and G at the same time? It's not possible, right? Unless if you choose two letter lah, then maybe it's possible to get vowel and G, right? Because if you choose two letter, then it's possible, right? It's possible to get vowel followed by G or G followed by vowel. But if you choose one letter, it's either you get vowel or you get G, right? Okay, so what you have to do is you have to find the number of letter that is vowel or G. Okay, and then divide with the number of total, and then that's the answer, right? Okay, so total, you're only choosing one letter. So the total possibility is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 7 letters. But out of 7, which one is vowel or G? So I is vowel, O is vowel, O is vowel, I is vowel, right? But G is also but they say vowel or G. It means if you dapat G, is considered success also. Okay, so it means you dapat vowel pun sahaja success, dapat G pun considered like success. So this is also the have to count. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of 7, there's only 5 letters which are vowel or G, right? So this is the answer. D is the answer. Okay, that's all. Okay, let's continue. 36. Diagram 17 shows a plan, front and side elevation of solid Z. So they give you the side elevation, side view, front view, and the top view. Plan means the top view. Okay, they say diberi luas bulatan 38.5 cm square. So the luas bulatan here, area, 38.5. and the area of circle is pi r square. So we can actually find the radius of the circle. But don't find it first. Let's see what they want. Menggunakan pi 2207, hitung jumlah luas permukaan pepejal Z. So they want you to find the surface area. Luas permukaan means surface area of this 3D shape. Okay, what shape is this first of all? If the side view looks like this, the front view looks like this, the top view looks like this. So the top view looks like this. It means the top surface is like this, but the side view is like this. So this is a cylinder lah. Yeah, because a cylinder will give you a side view, front view, rectangle, and for the top view, it will look like this. So yeah, this is a cylinder. Okay, let's talk about how to find total surface area of cylinder first. The total surface area will be 2 pi r square. This is the formula, plus 2 pi r h. Okay, and this formula actually come from the two circle, because the area of circle is pi r square, pi r square. That's why it's 2 pi r square. But why have to plus with 2 pi r h? Because when you open up the cylinder, it will look like this. So this circle and this circle area is pi r square, pi r square. That's why it's 2 pi r square. And then for the area of rectangle, it will be base times height. But the base will be the same length as the circumference of the circle. Okay, panjang panjang sini sama dengan lilitan circle, right? What is lilitan? Lilitan means the circle outside punya panjang macam ni. That one we call it circumference. And the circumference formula is 2 pi r. That's why the panjang here will be 2 pi r. And then darab dengan height, which is the height of cylinder. That's why the formula look like this, right? But do you realize if you want to use this formula, you need to find your radius first. Why? Because, okay, you already know the loss bulatan is 38.5. So confirm later the 38.5, you just times 2 lah. Because you already know satu bulatan is 38.5. So atas bawah you darab 2. But you have to plus with 2 pi RH. Okay, the pi u is 2207. But the radius you tak tahu. Okay, but the H15 is given here, right? But the radius tak tahu, right? So I'm stuck here. I need to have the radius, sini tak ada. So I have to find the radius of the circle first. Then baru saya boleh buat, then baru saya boleh tekan yang ni, right? That is why I said you tak boleh buat ni dulu. And I already tell you how to find the radius just now. Use this information. Because area of circle formula is pi r square equals 38.5. And they already said here pi use 2207. So padam ni letak 2207 darab. So you can find the radius by using this area information. So let's find the r square. Okay, 38.5. This one 7 duduk bawah means bahagi, bahagi hantar jadi darab, and then 22 jadi bahagi macam ni. So just tekan all this. 38.5 times 7 divide 22. Okay, I get 12.25, but you have to square root, right? Because square hantar jadi square root, right? So square root answer, I get 3.5. cm, of course. Everything is in cm. So 3.5 is the radius. So this is 3.5. Now you can press this whole thing in your calculator. Okay. Okay, but I will press one by one. I will press 2 times 38.5 first. Okay, you understand, right? Why I have to times 2? Because got two circle for cylinder. And then this one is the area of rectangle. Okay. So 2 times 22 times 3.5 times 15 divide 7. Okay, 330. So what happens when you take 330 plus 777? I think you will get what you get? 3 plus 7, 4, 0, 7. Yeah. So the answer is B. So 36, jawapan dia. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, 37. Let's read the question. Diagram 18 shows two vertical poles AB and EDC on a horizontal plane. So two vertical poles AB and EDC. Okay, betul. And then the distance between B and C is 4 cm. Okay, label. Oh, they already labeled for me. So nothing important. Okay, let's see. Given the angle of elevation. Elevation means tengok atas punya angle, right? Angle of elevation D and E from A is 30 and 60 degree. Okay, let's learn how to label angle of elevation. So dia kata angle of elevation D from A is 30 and then E from A is 60. So D from A, this is D from A. Okay, when you tengok atas, you have to draw a horizontal line first, because this is the eye level. Okay, and the eye level is always parallel to horizontal ground. Okay, so remember, always draw horizontal line. Then only you will do an angle from the horizontal line to the D. Okay, and then this is 30. Ini cara betul untuk label, right? Okay, let's do it one more time. Angle of elevation this time is E from A 60. So E from A, same thing. You have to draw horizontal line first, and then baru tarik satu angle from the horizontal line to E, and then write 60, right? Okay, what if they say angle of depression? Depression means tengok bawah punya angle. Okay, same thing. You also have to tarik satu horizontal line and then baru label the angle, right? It means doesn't matter elevation or depression, you have to tarik satu horizontal line for the eye level first. It means all your angle have to go from eye level to the to to wherever you want lah. Always have to start from eye level. Okay, now I'm done with the labeling. Now they says calculate length of AE in cm. Okay, AE is this panjang right here. So how can we find this panjang? All right, I know this is 90 degree. I know the panjang here is 4 because they already give you 4. So this is mesti atas bawah mesti sama. So I think can I use this big right angle triangle to find this line? The answer is yes. Yeah, you can use trigonometry Sokato because this big triangle, this is 60 degree, this is 4, right? Okay, how can I find this? Okay, don't tell me you use Pythagoras theorem, cannot. If you want to use Pythagoras theorem, you need to have two sides. Then only you can find the remaining side. So this one cannot use Pythagoras theorem, but you can use trigonometry Soka. Why? Because you have one angle and one side, and you are finding the other side. This is the side you are finding, right? So yeah, you can use trigonometry. Okay, depan angle kita panggil opposite, depan 90 kita panggil hypotenuse, the last one we panggil adjacent. So what we are finding now, hypotenuse, right? What we are finding hypotenuse, and what we have now, adjacent. So kalau ada adjacent nak cari hypotenuse, boleh guna cos, right? Boleh guna cos, right? You cannot use sine, because if you use sine later, O tak ada, H pun tak ada, macam mana nak guna sine? Tangent pun tak boleh. Sebab kalau you guna tangent, you are finding O lah. You are finding O if you tangent. But that's not what I want. The final answer asks for this. The soalan asks for hypotenuse. So it doesn't make sense to use tangent or sine. So use cos. So dia akan jadi cos 60 sama dengan adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is 4 lah. And then hypotenuse is what you want to find. So just call it AE lah. Because AE is the line, right? Okay, macam mana nak cari AE? First kita tekan, okay, ini sebenarnya boleh tukar tempat. AE hantar atas jadi darab, and then cos 60 move down jadi bahagi. So become like this, right? Or if you want to do it slowly, can also lah. You pindah AE jadi AE darab, and then the cos 60 move it back, can also. But if you want to do it fast, just switch place. Okay, just ambil dua ni, tukar tempat. Okay, just tekan this. Now you get the answer, right? Okay, let me press. Okay, my calculator give me 8. 8. So 8. B is the answer. Okay. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, let's continue. 38. Diagram 19 shows a regular octagon. So you see this word regular, sekata, what it means? It means all the side here sama panjang. And also all the interior angle here will be same, right? Okay, but I don't want to write the angle. Let's see what they want first. Quadrilateral QRSO is the image of quadrilateral VWPO under transformation M. So they are telling you who's the image, who's the object. So you should label this. QRSO is image. So this one is the image, right? And the other one, automatic, is the object under transformation M. And then they say state the transformation M. Okay, this is definitely the transformation chapter, right? Okay, so from object to image, what is the answer? So A, they says reflection on the line QOU. I don't think so. Reflection on line POT? No, no. A rotation of 45-degree clockwise at center O. Clockwise 45? Maybe, I don't know. D, a rotation of 135 clockwise at center O. Maybe, yeah. All right, let me show you how I will do this question. First is, the keyword here is this word, regular octagon, right? So if you want to know rotate, how this is actually rotation lah. Yeah, it's actually rotation. It's very obvious because the center is here, and this whole thing, you rotate, become like this, right? You move up, you like the whole thing just rotate up, right? It's very obvious, right? But the masala is rotate how many degree? Okay, we have to find. Okay, imagine this line right here, PO, right? So this is before rotate. After rotate, it becomes which line? It becomes this line, right? Right? Do you agree? This line become this line. After this is before rotate, this is after rotate. So if I can get the angle here, then I can know how many degree it rotates. I already know it's clockwise. I already know it's clockwise because from object to image, it moves like that. So I already know it's clockwise, and I already know it's the center of rotation is O. I just want to know this angle right here. But how to find this angle? Okay, this is a regular octagon, and they cut it like this, right? So one circle, how many degree? 360, right? And if you count here, got how many equal section? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So got 8 section here. So what you can do is take 360 divide 8 to get one section punya size. So 360 divide 8 is 45, right? 45. That means here is 45, here, the rest all here are 45 also. But I want this one, I want this one. So it will be 180 minus 45, which is 135. That means here to here, you rotate 135-degree clockwise, center O. So the answer is D. Okay, 38 is D. Okay. So this is how I would do it. Okay, Suraj. Okay, now we do 39. Given point P, point Q, point R are collinear such that PQ ratio PR 1 ratio 2, find coordinate of Q. Okay, I think this one, I will draw it out. Saya akan lukis so that it's like easy to imagine if I draw it. So let's draw it out. What is the meaning of collinear? Collinear means segaris in Bahasa Melayu. Segaris means the PQR, if you join them together, it will form a straight line. So let's join PQR. Okay. Okay, point P coordinate given -2, 5. Point Q tak bagi. Okay, so leave it. Point R bagi 7, 2. Okay, and then they say collinear and they give you ratio. PQ punya ratio is 1. So label it, but have to circle. When you label ratio, have to circle. And then PR ratio is 2. Okay, please don't write 2 here. This is not PR, this is QR. So PR is actually the whole line ratio 2. It means you have to take 2 minus 1, which gives you 1. So as you can see, the ratio here is 1, 1. It means point Q is the midpoint. Because if the ratio is 1, 1 means the distance here and distance here is the same distance. It means point Q is exactly middle, is exactly half. So how to find point Q? Just use the midpoint formula. So do you remember how to find midpoint? So the midpoint formula is x plus x divided 2, y plus y divided 2. That is the formula for midpoint, titik tengah. Okay, titik tengah formula. So just take the x coordinate plus x coordinate divide 2. So -2 plus 7 divide 2, and then 5 plus 2 divide 2. You just remember when you're finding the middle, you always plus divide 2. Okay, so this one you get 5/2, this one you get 5. Just use calculator to help you. 7/2, what am I? Sorry. Silap, 5 plus 2 is 7, so it should be 7/2. So the answer is B, boy lah, right? Okay, finally we are at our last question, so let's finish it. Okay, table 4 shows the cumulative frequency distribution of marks for a group of students in a mathematics test. So this is not frequency, it's the cumulative frequency. Kekerapan longgokan. Given that the marks obtained are at least 20 marks, and then they give you the data here, and then calculate the mean. All right. If you're finding mean, the formula is like this. Take the total, divide by n. The sum of data, divide n, right? But there's another formula which is sum of fx divide sum of f, right? So macam mana? Okay, which formula I should use? All right, if the data got frequency, then I use this one, the one yang bawah, right? But if the formula tak ada frequency, then we use the atas one. So this question, confirm we cannot use this. We have to use this one because this data got frequency, right? Because later I will convert the cumulative frequency jadi frequency, right? So what I will do now, I will convert to frequency. Otherwise, I cannot. If I don't do that, then I cannot find the mean later. So macam mana nak convert jadi frequency? Okay, first of all, you kena understand what is cumulative frequency first. What is cumulative frequency? Cumulative frequency is when you take the frequency of that class, tambah all the frequency of all the previous class. So for example, if I say cumulative frequency is 14, what it means? It means this 14 datang daripada dia punya frequency tambah all the frequency before. That's what it means, right? So I'll give you another example. Like let's say I say cumulative is 32. It means what? If I say the cumulative frequency of this class is 32, it means the 32 is actually the frequency of this class plus with all the frequency of the class before, all the previous frequency semua. That's what it means, right? So how to get back the frequency here? Okay, the first frequency will be the same with the first cumulative frequency. All right, because this is the first frequency, so there's nothing before it. So it must be 2. It would be like 2 lah. Okay, but the next number you have to think about this. 2 tambah berapa dapat 7, right? 2 tambah berapa dapat 7. So you will take 7 minus 2 and you will get 5, right? And then you do the same. 7 tambah berapa dapat 14. So you take 14 minus 7, which you get 7, and then repeat the same. 22 minus 14, you will get 8. And then 32 minus 22 is 10. 37 minus 32 is 5. 39 minus is 2. 40 is 1. Basically, you just minus to get back the frequency, right? So in other words, the 14 come from 7 plus 5 plus 2. And if you try, you really get the same, right? And let's say 39, it come from where? It come from the frequency of that class plus with all the number add together, right? That's why when I cut, how I get the 2, I just take 39 minus 37, right? Okay. All right. Hope you understand how I get this. Now, I need the Oh, it's a bit weird, because here they never give us the class. So I think I have to write my own class. What it means by less than 40? Okay, here they say less than 30, right? It means if I start from 30 to 39, right? Correct? Is it correct if I like that? Because less than 30 it belongs to another class already, right? So it means 30 until 39 marks is belongs to this lah. And then 40 to 49 correct lah. Because less than 50 right? And then less than 60 would be 50 until 59. This one is 60 until 69, 70 until 79, 80 until 99. 89. This one 89. Yeah. So less than 90, right? 89 lah. And then this one 90 until 99 lah, because less than 100. Okay, what about the first one? Okay, they got mentioned here at least 20 marks. So this one confirm is 20 to 29. Because at least means bigger or equals. It means the other student yang less than 20. Okay, every student is at least 20 marks. It means 20 atau lebih. So ada student yang 20, paling rendah pun 20 saja. So it's like 20 until 29. This is the lowest marks. Okay, lowest class. All right. Okay, what I have to do now is use this formula. But which one is your frequency F and which one is your X? Frequency F is this one lah. You know already, right? But your X will be your data. But if you look carefully, your data now is actually a group data. So when it's a group data, how to get your X? Because your class, your X now is actually a group data. It's like it's a class, right? So you need to take the midpoint. Yeah, because you have to take a value to represent the class, and which value you will take the midpoint, right? Maksudnya kalau you punya data adalah class, you kena choose one number to wakil the class, and you will choose midpoint, right? So you have to find the midpoint now. How to find midpoint? Just ambil dua number tambah and then bahagi dua. 20 plus 29 and then answer divide 2. Okay, 24.5. Okay. And if you repeat the same process, you will get 34.5, 44.5, 54.5, 64.5, 74.5, 84.5, 94.5. Okay, with all this data, now I can finally find the mean. Okay, so the mean formula says what? You have to take the total. Okay, this symbol means take the sum, the total, the jumlah. The sum of what? X times with frequency. So the X and frequency, everything is here. So 24.5 times 2. Next one, 34.5 times 5. Next one, and then plus lah. Right? Plus the next one, 44.5 times 7 plus 54.5 times 8 plus 64.5 times 10. Okay, not enough space. I write here plus 74.5 times 5 plus 84.5 times 2 plus the next one 94.5 times 1. And then divide total frequency. And if you add all this together, it will give you 40. Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So because that's the last cumulative frequency, right? So that will be the total frequency, right? Okay. Now it's time to press, and then we will get our answer. Okay. So this is what it means when they say sum of fx. It means what you want to do is you take the frequency times with the x and then take the sum of it. So that's why it looks like this. Okay, every time you are taking the x times the frequency and then take after you finish everything, tambah semua. Okay, okay, let's press. 24.5 times 2, 34.5 times 5 plus 44.5 times 7 plus 54.5 times 8 plus 64.5 times 10 plus 74.5 times 5 plus 84.5 times 2 plus 94.5 times 1. Okay, my calculator give me 2250. So I think now I have to divide 40, right? So let's see what happens. Divide 40. My calculator give me 56.25, right? So ada jawapan tak? 56.25. So yeah, there's an answer here. So the answer is A. Okay, I'm done with this paper. So if you find this video helpful, subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next video. Okay, bye bye.